Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and back at it again, folks. It's another week in wrestling, and we're kicking it off with WWE Raw tonight. Gonna be a fun one coming off the heels of Money in the Bank. We got all your live reaction to all the action tonight. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go! Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Looking forward to another night in wrestling as we go into WWE Raw. What will the follow be from Money in the Bank? Will we get a Drew McIntyre sighting, even though he's suspended? We get Dom, Liv, Zelina, and Ray. Could Rhea be back? Lots to talk about, lots to get into. It's going to be a fun one here on the channel. Click all those buttons, get in that chat, say hello. We want to see triple digits tonight. The channel is on fire, but for the next few hours, me and that pretty face going to run you through everything happening in wrestling. So don't watch the wrestling alone, and make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. But without further ado, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, the rumor is out that Rhea might be in attendance here, but we've also got to talk about who won't be here. Of Drew McIntyre has been suspended indefinitely, and then probably even doubled down with it by calling Adam Pearce an incompetent bald bitch earlier today on Twitter.
Bald bitch was the words he chose.
Yeah, but that's fantastic. I like that this is another level to this storytelling. I'm still calling it right now that we're going to get a Drew McIntyre home invasion, because the second he's out there, I know where your family lives.
Yeah, especially if he's not allowed in the building, Nick. It is a very good shout.
I can't go to you, so you can come to me.
Right? I'm going to get you one way or the other. I don't care if I'm suspended. I don't care if I'm fired. I don't give a shit, but I'm going to get my pound of flesh. And that's what it feels like. And you might be onto something. Are they going to go further? Is this going to go further? And we're just amping up. It is definitely the best storyline of 2023, the best rivalry of 2023 for my money. And they haven't even gotten the ring together yet.
Well, and that though goes to the other side of the coin, that some people are still upset and still bothered and still don't understand why they did the Money in the Bank briefcase angle, and did it just to continue the Punk storyline, but it also continued the Seth storyline and pretty much restarted that as well. And we talked about it at Money in the Bank and at Heatwave of those two titles right now, Damien's title and Cody's title. We pretty much already know the plans for where they're going.
Yeah.
So they're not going to fuck around with that. So they used it to capitalize and strike while the iron's hot.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think in a lot of cases, the same people that were belly aching about Damien had the briefcase too long, he should have cashed it in, this is silly, I can't believe they haven't done anything, are now the same people like, I can't believe they blew it on the first night. You can't have it both ways, people. We got to do one or the other. So Damien had a long run. I didn't anticipate a long one from Drew. Drew was a man of his word. And yeah, I mean, people can bellyache all you want, but who are you going to give it to? Chad Gable? No, that's not going to work for the next while. Maybe Jey Uso. But again, if you already have plans, him failing is worse than Drew failing. At least you can have Drew fail with a reason, not just because he can't pull it off.
Well, you could have Drew Jey fail because of the bloodline, but that's also part of why you wouldn't put it on him to begin with, because he's probably going to be involved in the bloodline storyline as well. Andrade, you're not going to do. Carmelo would have been. I think you actually brought up of how was higher on your board out of the people that were in that match. Of he could have been something. Maybe you had it and you hold it for a bit, or you were like, no, he's down, no chance.
He was my least likely.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I was at least going to try and give you the credit there, but that could have been at least slightly a potential there, I feel.
I mean, again, with the right story.
But you would have been holding it for a long time, though, is still the point. Yeah, it would have been similar to Damien's because they don't have anything for anyone that would have held it for the next fucking 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, and again, I think it's important for the wrestling and the people creating the wrestling to keep us guessing. And if you keep doing, well, we thought this and we thought that, and they just do everything we thought or a select vocal group thought, then we're never going to get anywhere. We're just going to keep repeating the same things, and everyone's going to go, oh, it's predictable. I knew that was going to happen. So, geez, enjoy it. I mean, we're being spoiled.
Right. And I think that there's another 3-letter company that does that as well, but I'll let you figure it out. But also, again, though, going on the mindset of don't get upset when they don't do what we want them to do or what's rumored, what's talked about, what's speculated about. Of there is the rumor floating around that Rhea is going to return tonight, that it's probably going to be more of she's not going to get physical. She may not be able to get physical till much closer to SummerSlam. But there is the potential that she's there, especially when you've got Liv and Dom tag teaming together.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, another story that's kind of playing itself out very well. It's been intriguing. It's been fun. We see what Liv is up to, and, you know, nothing more dangerous than a woman scorned. And you know, she was on a revenge tour. She told Rhea she was going to take everything away from her. And you see the attempts here. Tonight's match will be very interesting. Some people out there are like, Dom and Ray again. I mean, it serves a purpose, guys. I mean, right now, Zelina and Ray are just there because they need placeholders. It could be anybody. So don't get caught up.
There is still the connection because you had Zelina challenge for Liv for the title and the LWO connection. It's just they're destined to do the dance forever between Dom and Ray, their father and son.
Absolutely. I still think Dom's going to retire his dad at some point. But yeah, I mean, again, a good story. Rhea returning to build towards a match at SummerSlam, I could fully see. I truly do believe that Liv will successfully defend her belt against Rhea at least once, thanks to Dominic Mysterio. I don't think Rhea comes back.
Valid. Because when you said that in the group chat, I was like, this man's lost his goddamn mind.
I see. No, I think because the obvious thing would be Rhea walks back through the door, kicks the door open, thumps the shit
out of... That's mine. Thank you. Cough now.
Yeah, bye. But then where do you go? But if because of Dom, Liv manages to cheat out a victory, now Rhea's got to chase for a hot minute. And she's going to get a huge pop when she returns. So, yeah, hold on tight with that. And I have no problem with Liv being the champion, especially with this attitude. It works really well for me.
That's a good way, though, to get nuclear level heat because that's close to that. And you have where you would have everybody like my train of thought of to where Liv walks in, takes it, all of that. We're bingo, bango, we're done here. Wrap it up. And Liv turns around and beats Rhea, and she does it because Dom screwed over Rhea.
Yeah.
They might literally at that point, they might actually throw things. They might actually physically throw things.
Yeah, that's why I like the idea of Rhea coming back. Is so as far as we're going to watch a few weeks of Dom play the fence. You know, oh, of course, mommy. I would never betray you, mommy. It's all about you, mommy. But at the same time, kind of got his eye on the hottie that keeps calling him daddy. And I think that's the game we get. And then eventually when Rhea goes to get her title back, Dom's going to have to make a decision. The line's going to have to be drawn in the sand. And I think if he does, I think it helps Liv so much because as much as Liv's done a pretty good job of being a heel, I mean, it's hard to really hate this girl. She doesn't really give off like a natural heel vibe just because she is kind of perky and bubbly. Pause. But Dom allows her to get that huge heat.
Yeah, it's weird to where it doesn't fully feel like she's the heel in the situation, like she truly is taking everything away from Rhea and she's doing this to get revenge on Rhea. But it's still, like you said, it still feels like that vibe of like she still halfway feels like the babyface somehow in this situation.
Well, again, because she's so likable, and I know there's people in the chat, I know there's people out there that, you know, Liv Morgan could
simp hard.
Yeah, like she could get away with murder, and it would be they'd help her bury the body. Like there was the dude out there that mortgaged his house to help the fake Liv Morgan. Do you remember that?
Wait, what now?
Remember that story? That's one of my faves. Is a guy got a DM, like a random dude got a DM from not Liv Morgan, from catfishing Liv Morgan, and it was like, I'm in trouble, and he mortgaged his house and sent fake Liv Morgan.
Oh my god! Oh,
like, boys, why was she messaging you? Nobody else on the list qualified? Like,
bro, when she announced that she was singing out there, you had plenty of people that were out there. It should have been me.
Yeah, so it was fucking hilarious, but. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, good storyline. Rhea coming back. I'll be honest, as we sit here right now, just coming off the heels of Money in the Bank, I am extremely excited for SummerSlam, and I know nothing about SummerSlam yet, not officially anyway. But man, I just feel like so much that we've watched over the last few months since Mania is coming to this crescendo at SummerSlam, and it could be a huge card.
Oh, and I think it will be like we can, I think, kind of halfway formulate a card out so far of like you're obviously at this point going to get Priest versus Gunther. You're going to get Bayley versus Nia Jax. That could be potentially where Tiffy cashes in. We've obviously got it talked about and rumored about of Cody versus Solo, as well as Logan Paul versus LA Knight. So already right there, that shapes up about your 5-match card. And I figure they're obviously going to hopefully do more than 5.
They're going to do, I think they'll do more than 5 on this one, just because it's one of the majors.
Yeah, because then you're probably also going to have Rhea versus Liv, as long as Rhea's there healthy and everything.
Yep.
Are you doing anything with the IC belt? Maybe do some of one of the tag belts or both of them. Mm-hmm. So that could actually be where you run it back for A-Town Down Under and DIY, and that's where you get the Theory babyface turn.
Okay, yeah, they could. I mean, again, we're not quite sure what they're going to do with this tag team division. We know they're making, but yeah, I mean, again, will we have the tag teams involved? I think they'll have something for Sammy, whether it's Bronson or I don't know who's next for Sammy. Could it still be a chase of, does Chad circle back around? I don't know.
Do we get a Gable Otis? Well, and that's the thing though too. Are we going to get the Wyatt Sicks at SummerSlam?
We're by SummerSlam, we're going to need something more than just Nikki with boxes. Do we have the first Wyatt Sicks match at SummerSlam? I'd be okay with that. Yeah, even if it's
just Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable,
or even if maybe it's like I'd be okay if it was Rowan and Dexter, or Rowan and Gacy team up, just something impactful in the ring. Like I kind of want them to up and I was thinking about this today going into tonight's show. Mm-hmm. I kind of want them to intensify. Like these little VHSs are phenomenal. Bo's doing really cool shit, but it was supposed to be a massacre, and it started as a massacre. But we need to get back to.
But we did also say that they need to now go through and explain some things and add the depth and fill in on some of the cracks and the layers and everything. So I'm fine with this slow play a little.
Yeah, I agree. I'm eager for some intensity. I want them to lay out some more people. I want them to take out some other talent. I want them to.
Another like appearance or anything, really, like an attack or something.
Mm-hmm. And we really haven't seen much of like the other. We see Nikki, but I kind of want to see the other ones.
Well, and even an explanation as to why this person's there, that, etc. Just there's still so much that we can go through with that. We knew we were going to wait for a match, though. We knew we were going to wait because you can't jump to them being like tag champs right away, which they should not go after a single belt.
I don't think so. And again, definitely not a singles.
That's not their motivation. They should just be there, like you said, to fuck shit up.
Mm-hmm. At least for now. Let's say hello to some of the people. We'll get to the early birds as I saw us flirting with 80. So climbing up towards that triple digits already, folks. Get in that chat. If you haven't been here before, we take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. We take a prediction on every single match. So get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. We want to know what the fans out there are thinking. And join in on the best alternative commentary out there for all of your favorite wrestling. And we're looking at the calendar today. Lots is coming your way, folks. We got lots of plans, lots of tricks up our sleeves. So
we're at that point now, folks. We're that official, like a referee whistle. We're mapping things out. We got calendars planning months out in advance and everything. We got calendars now.
I was proud. Kevin, how you doing? Always a pleasure, sir. Welcome back. Bobby Jones. Oh my God, KJ Nick. Last night, WWE has conversations with Motor City Machine Guns. Everybody confirmed, even Fightful. I hadn't seen many of these reports.
I saw this comment earlier and just even double check just to make sure I didn't miss anything while I was at work or anything today. And no.
All right.
So the most that we can confirm in wrestling news is Damon Kemp is no longer with WWE.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other stuff that's
now they're the
really
1/3 quarter catch crew. Oh no,
yeah,
wait,
now they're at the half pound catch crew, the no quarter, or 1/3. Well, that's why they brought in what's his name there, No Way Jose, that looked exactly like Damon Kemp and everything, funny, just the taller, younger version. Yeah,
the writing might have been on the wall with that one, but thank you, Bobby Joe. Good to see you, Alexis. Welcome back. Projected for SummerSlam: Cody Rhodes versus Solo, leading to the return of Roman Reigns and the beginning of the Bloodline Civil War. Absolutely, very, very possible. I know 100%. I questioned it. What's that?
I just said 100%.
Yeah, that's. I know you definitely feel that. I questioned if they were setting something else up, but the way it looks now, especially coming out of Money in the Bank, this seems like the most plausible scenario. And they're building past SummerSlam with the Samoans.
Oh yeah, 100%. But we're gonna get SummerSlam as the return of Roman. Then we're gonna get Samoan Civil War Survivor Series, which that intro with generals gathered in their masses is just gonna be badass as fuck. But yeah, we're planning this all the way out till WrestleMania.
Yeah, we got lots. We got lots. Right. AD and AZ looking forward to a killer post Money in the Bank night, Monday Night Raw, to a lot to clean up, and I'm looking forward to another awesome stream. Well, thank you, AD. We're always looking forward to these streams. We're looking forward to tonight, and again, not so much the cleanup side of things, but I mean, again, now we gotta redirect. So we're lock in some things, kind of set the tracks for SummerSlam. Starts tonight.
Yeah, that's the thing, is now we're aiming towards SummerSlam, one of the true big four, one of the what's now becoming much more of a bigger piece for WWE's premium live event calendar and everything like that. So they've really got to get focused and get aimed here. And really, I think, like you said, this is going to be one of those that they show up and show out, because that's what the show's about. They have big plans for SummerSlam.
Absolutely. And I will remind everyone, WWE is still in Canada. They're in Ottawa tonight. Even though, Ottawa. But, we're going to Ottawa tonight.
Hey, they're a little closer to my hometown, but there you go.
Right, they're getting closer. Clay Lewis, always a pleasure. Welcome. Hopefully you're actually watching some wrestling. Rocco, welcome back. Oh, my God, I got a great idea. So Drew is suspended, but not Punk. So Punk cuts an in-ring promo. There you go.
Hey. Point ahead, look smart. There
you go, Nick. Great minds. You and Rocco on the same page. I think it's wicked. And I mean, we've seen it before, so it's fun. But again, maybe that's AJ Lee might not have any intent on coming back. They have their own things, and she's got her own project. Right. But that's a good way to get her onto Raw, get a lot of clicks and a lot of notice. Maybe there is a time where she comes back, but it is a nice little, like, Drew kicks in the door and there's AJ Lee. The place everyone will explode.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. This man will literally claymore the door. Well, speaking of, though, side tangent to home invasions, I know, interesting topic. Did you see Hangman's promo backstage after Collision and everything, where he's all bloodied up and everything like that? He kind of explained a bit of his heel motivation. Like, it was actually a good promo. Now, granted, Hangman's flippy floppy with the turns and everything, but this man's full heel. He even sits there and he never names Swerve by name, but he just says he came to our home, and everything, and he's like, we had to move, and you cheered him for it. It was just really nice, really intense, and calling back to it's like a bit with Drew of the justified heel of, like, you fucked me over, so now I'm going to take my pound of flesh and tenfold.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've been critical of Hangman Page at times, but to me, I mean, I was a big fan of Hangman Page and what he did in Ring of Honor. I don't want to write this guy off, and I'm not one of those people who are like, he fought Punk, fuck him. No, I mean, that's not fair to him. I think there is something there. I think at times, like, his championship run was poorly booked, but so was Swerve. So I can't give up on either of these guys for that reason. I think Swerve Page might be one of your best AEW rivalries ever. So
there's a ton of potential. I like Hangman.
Yeah. Now, if he digs in and stays the course and isn't so, like, if he's in the ring and he's conflicted about whether or not he's going to hurt.
No, this was true.
Yeah, you got to dig
energy. He literally, this man's bleeding and bug-eyed and just screaming into the camera of, he invaded our home. He was in the same room as my child. We had to move, and you cheered this man for that. It's justified heel.
That's good. Now I wonder if he does get help from the Elite to win the Owen Hart. If that's ultimately like he goes after the belt, and now could the Elite have all the belts, all the main belts?
I mean, that kind of A, fits their personality, B, fits their booking, and C, fits big heel factions.
And kind of, it's funny, kind of bring it full circle. I truly, if Drew McIntyre kicks in the door at CM Punk's house,
Drew McIntyre,
right. I want to see Kenny Omega run in and scoop up Larry and run out.
Just all of a sudden he's there with Larry.
I told you I would always save you.
I'll be here for you, Larry. No matter the he just floats in like Superman and just leaves with just Larry.
Right. What's up, Blaze and Luna? How you doing? Damien always looking forward to some stuff. Jey Uso and Chad Gable might as well be called the Wyatt segment because that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, 100%. Chad Gable, don't show up. Just I had something. I came down with an issue here. I got a flat tire. I can't make it. I can't be there. Right. And Jey Uso, just hide under the ring. Just hide under the ring. I like that.
I think he's gonna.
I don't want none of this smoke.
Yeah, but I think at some point, like, I mean, if he goes to hide under the ring again, it'd be funny if like Gacy came crawling out, right? Like, wait a minute, what are you doing out here? Like,
yeah. Something like that. I was gonna say like Nikki comes crawling because she seems to be the crawler of the group.
Right. Mr. Golfer, good to see you. See Money, always a pleasure. Forward to Seth destroying Punk. Now that is a caveat: is Seth is pissed off at Drew, and I know people said this Money in the Bank was a waste, but you effectively set up 3 potential storylines in one move.
Yeah, you got 2 birds stoned at once, 100%, because you reignited the Punk Seth feud, because instantly not only did he cost Seth the match just as in general, he now can't challenge for the belt as long as Damien's champion, and that's why you had him out there, instantly getting in Punk's face too of what the did you just do? Right. I understand you got an issue with him, but why you got me? He's doing the 50 Cent. Why you say fuck me for?
Yeah, right. This was your problem when you're screwing up my shit.
Right.
Brandon, welcome back. Symphony Thomas, good to see Eric Tate, Boston, party people
in the house tonight.
Right, Misfit Wrestling Podcast. A bit of a random fact, but Randy Savage was in the middle of repairing his relationship with the WWE before he died in 2011. It's really upset. I was sad when Randy died. I like Randy a lot.
Oh yeah, dig it.
Right. I give NXT its props for putting on what I thought was a better show than Money in the Bank. It cooked. It was fucking fire.
Can we admit that it was better?
I gave it a higher rating.
Fair enough. There we go. Enough said right there.
I gave it a higher rating, and I mean, I might grade a little bit on a scale, but overall, as far as start to finish, entertained. Money in the Bank did its job. Every match was a banger. Super impressed with what they did.
The tag match, the women's title match, and the main event all cooked, all right in a row.
Dude, not only that, now I can't confirm that this was said, but I saw something going around the internet where apparently Dave Meltzer accused Sol Ruca and Kalani of being gymnastics.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. And again, this is why we stand 10 toes down on business. We stand on business of fuck Dave Meltzer.
Holy shit.
The Wrestling Observer.
Boy, if anybody's spending any money on the Wrestling Observer, stop.
Just subscribe here. And even you can become a member, and it's way cheaper. And we give you better content. We give you better content.
We give you authentic
Brian Alvarez, Dave Meltzer. Literally, I saw somebody today that was an AEW fan account. I'll shout out AEW blog on Twitter that literally synced up in an actual segment.
Did this side by side?
Ospreay and Ricochet and Kalani and Sol, and it was the exact same damn moves and everything. It was the same sequence. And you'll never hear Dave or Brian say anything close to that about either of those two guys. But because it was WWE, because it was 2 women doing it, it's organized gymnastics. Folks, if you can't tell at this point that there's clearly a narrative that they are putting out there, I don't know how much more it needs to be spelled out for you.
Oh, like a complete and utter embarrassment. And again, like it's this weird obsession of like, if I give
we have as much credibility as Dave Meltzer does. Sorry.
No, we have way more credibility.
Well,
bullshitted. I'm not correct.
We don't claim to be journalists. We give our fucking opinion, which is what Dave does.
That's all Dave does is talks out of his ass, but acts like it's facts. Like my sources told me. Yeah, fuck. Your sources are the pile of mess in your fucking place. Like it blew my mind of like, dude, I don't care if that's your style and you believe, you know, an Osprey Ricochet match is a 5-star match. Great, that's fine. That's on you. But when someone else does it, you got to give them their flowers. You got to give them kudos. You can't say this, you know, seeing this look very much like that, but that sucks and that doesn't. That's just some bullshit.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they're both 5-star moments, they're both 5-star matches, all of that. It's just I've never seen someone's opinion be taken so much as fucking gospel before. It's so blatantly ignorant at this point, to where this man even sat there and got convinced that an old segment from Raw of The Rock and Triple H confronting each other backstage, mind you, while Stephanie's still there and everything. And this is from over 10 plus years ago and everything. Convinced Dave that was what they were pushing towards WrestleMania. The man's out to fucking lunch. Tuna Meltzer has reached its expiration date. Can we all just admit it needs to go in the fucking trash?
Yeah, boycott him. He's fucking useless. And still to this day, my biggest, you know, fuck this guy was when he was talking about Bray Wyatt walking out of WWE for creative differences. And that was clearly not the fucking case. And never said sorry. Never said, oops, my bad. So fuck that guy. Agreed.
Is he the Skip Bayless of pro wrestling?
Kinda, right? Like, I mean,
I think that's literally that's the best comparable that I can put out there. Is Dave Meltzer is the Skip Bayless of pro wrestling. You can fucking source me on that one.
Right. RM, good to see you. Boston, good to see you. I think I said hello to you. Mello was good. Mello did exactly what we thought, or at least what I thought he was going to do. Show up, show out, do good, and go home.
Right.
Best match of the weekend was the Fatal 4-Way Money in the Bank. I'm going to rapid fire through some of these now, guys. We'll get back to some of these questions. Cap for life. Good to see you. Jay's in the house. RM, I got you. Staffit, what's up? TJ, Jordan Elder. I think that's a new name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tanisha, it's always a pleasure. Hope you're doing well. Ooh, Charles Lemon. There you go, Charles Lemon.
Hey, where's your brother Chuck Lime?
Orange Cassidy's here on Wednesdays.
Yeah, exactly. Orange Cassidy in his burner account. Oh, appreciate you, Joey.
All right, Joe, good to see you. Welcome back, welcome back. Even though I could do without that Baltimore logo. Good team, though. Good team. I hate it. Kevin, I think we got you. 420 Daydreamer, always a pleasure. Good to see you. On time, too. That's a lovely thing when a stoner makes it somewhere on time.
I mean, we try to. We get close. We're within minutes.
What's up, Ezra? Juan. Bradley's back in the house. Good to see you, big guy. Dun, dun, dun. Jonathan Paul. This list is getting longer by the day. I love it, folks. Anthony's with us. Nick, I don't know if you see some names.
I got Jay. Have you guys come across the Tomatonga botch videos? Yes, I have. Dennis, new to the channel. Oh, well, he's got a bit of a track record. Dennis said, new to the channel, sub for a few weeks. Chad Gable, run.
Hi, Jay, go with him.
All right. Larry, KJ Big Nick, do you think at some point there will be a female version of the feed? No, I think the closest we got to that was Alexa before.
Yeah, I think I do think Alexa's still in the lurk here, guys. So but it won't be Fiend style, but we are going to get Alexa as part of this sick.
Misfits saying CM Punk set to kick off Raw. Cannot confirm nor deny. Wesley, what up? Boston, Drew McIntyre, hold the door.
Hold the door.
Yeah, you slid McIntyre and door together, and it worked perfectly.
Right. Epic Man's in the house. Radio Tony. So some new names. I like it. Sean's a new name. I like that one.
Let's go. What up?
Brandon's with us. Ronan, as always. Good to see you again. Byron's back in the house. There we go. As we approach 100 in the chat before the start of the show, we got about a minute before Nick and I sync up. I will warn everybody, the show will kick off. Nick and I are going to sync up our feeds. If you want to sync along with us, by all means do so, if the best of your ability. And we will be here for the next 3+ hours for all of the WWE Raw tonight. Can't wait to see what they got for us.
Absolutely. As Crispy Chicken, your reaction of Jack Perry going against hands up, but going against Margot Stunt, we can talk about that in a commercial break. I think we talked about that a good bit yesterday, but yeah, Bash Data Guy 911 show looks like Data Guys. Yeah, a little bit. I was getting the end of that here. Well, I have just darkness on my screen. I'm refreshing just because I have darkness. I heard everything, and I just darkness. I was like, Fox, is that you?
Here we go again. I got Zen.
I just got together.
You got together? What the fuck?
Let me know when you get the WWE logo. I just refreshed.
I got last Saturday in a Blue Jays logo. I skipped ahead of you. Now don't touch anything.
No.
Let me know when you get the Scotia
Blue Jays logo. The stadium.
Okay. Keep coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we are dialing in Scotiabank Arena.
I got the Trish on my screen. John Cena.
We suck at this.
I'm trying. I'm not touching anything. Do I need to hold up or something? I've got LA Knight. We're running through the men's Money in the Bank briefcase.
We're getting a replay of the men's Money in the Bank. Let me know when you get the sunset bomb onto the bridge.
Yep, just got it.
There we go. Nick and I are dialed in, folks. Hope you are too. As we roll through Raw, we're starting this off with a recap of Money in the Bank and the festivities that went on. It's funny because I feel like the Money in the Bank match kind of got overlooked. It wasn't a bad match. It was entertaining. It was just kind of the side stuff.
It got overshadowed because of the result.
Yeah.
The end of the cash-in and everything is what cast a big dark cloud over that match.
Interesting. Damien saying CM Punk is going to kick off the night. Confirmed.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. But I like this, though. Let's see if we can confirm this as well as 420 saying, I predict 200 for the stream tonight. Well, we're already just 10 away. Just 10 away, folks, as we're 2 minutes in to 100 here. So let's see if we can make that happen. You've been challenged, folks. Make it happen.
Drop this link anywhere you know people talk about wrestling. Let's see how much we can blow this one up, as we love it. We can't get enough of it, folks.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Oh, I thought we were having Solo come out there for half a second, but no, we're getting a replay now of the
get it together. Yeah, right.
The 6-man tag here. Which even some people were mad that Solo got the fucking win. Like, what did you want them to do? There is no pleasing you.
Well, that's good. That means fucking they're doing their job then, I guess. But they're supposed to win.
Oh, they needed it 100%. And I'm glad that they paid off whatever government officials they needed to get Jacob into that goddamn country.
They just had to slip fucking old fucking blackface some money.
Give them a loony and a toonie.
Right. Give Trudeau another trip.
They're tiny, they're toony, they're all a little.
Spat, it's good to see you. Thank you for the $5 super chat. All three shows were great live. Lost my voice halfway through. Saturday, tried to send people to you over the weekend as well. Hope it worked. Well, we'll find out. But thank you so much for that. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the love. And I'm glad you enjoyed the shows.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and that's the interesting thing of to hear the perspective of people who were there versus the people who watched it, because the people who watched it, there was, like I said, there was a little of like the frou-frou boo-boo jobber face with Money in the Bank, because people kind of felt like with what Triple H said going into the show, it felt a little Tony Khan-ish with the way what he delivered.
Mm-hmm. Which I mean, again, listening to him in the press conference, I defended it. And I know some people didn't agree with me, but in the WWE universe, John Cena coming back and saying, I got one final run was game-changing, was epic to them, was like a holy fuck moment. I think sometimes we're so spoiled as a fan base of like, yeah, but it wasn't a new wrestler or a new signee. Like,
what I like though,
deal.
Well, no, what I like, and we talked about this, is that Hunter does this and Khan won't. As I've got Priest walking out right now, or walking backstage right now with the belt here, just randomly through the parking garage, just trying to make this man look like American Badass Taker. But Hunter will sit there and explain the thought process behind why we did what we did and why we made this call and etc.
Yeah. It is fun.
Next question. No, you're good.
Is kicking off the show. Hold on tight, folks.
Look in my eyes. What do you see? Another time of my poor singing.
This man is having so much fun doing this, and all the rumors and all the he's gonna be gone in 6 months, man. We put out the clip of like the fan video of him tackling Jessica for fun. Like, it is crazy the time he's having, chasing Cody around with a baseball bat. Like, he's having a ball.
It's good shit. He's happy, like he's enjoying everything that's going on, and it's good shit, and it's good storylines and everything. I don't get what the fuck there is to be mad about with all of this and everything.
No.
Like, okay, you AEW fans hate this man so much. Cool. He's not in your company anymore. Shut up. Who gives a fuck anymore? Why do you care? He's doing what he feels is he's having fun and everything. WWE diehard fans and everything think it's having a great fucking time and everything. Cool. So just let him fucking have it, what have you. He's having a good time. It's good stories. He ain't where he don't want to be, where you all don't want him and everything like that. He's in WWE where he's having fun, what have you. So everybody, there's nothing to fucking complain about. Of just people just want to be mad to be mad.
Yeah, and stop acting like a jaded ex-lover. Like, move on. We're good. Everyone's
right.
happy.
You sound like the type of people that are mad when your ex just ends up dating somebody that looks better than you.
CM Punk is in the ring. Yeah, they definitely skipped that. You knew they were going to skip that. That was a very unfortunate spot.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though, because, and I saw it was going around of people even mentioning about how he couldn't have called 3 there because it had the storyline implications to it with everything of then Damien's out of the Judgment Day. You would have fucked up a whole lineage of storylines.
Right. What's up, Anthony? By the way, didn't want to miss you. Hope you were doing well, sir. What's up, John? Like Mussolini. Oh.
Yeah, as CM Punk is hyping up the Ottawa crowd here as we cut to dad and kid going to the bathroom.
Is that what happened?
No, there was 2 kids walking up there was a dad and a son walking up the steps as Punk's up there. What a great time to be alive in Ottawa, Canada. 2 people walking up the fucking steps to take a piss. Am I the only one that's honestly right now thinks Punk's shirt looks like it was done by AI graphics?
Sorry, 1 second. He congratulated John Cena on retirement. What did you ask?
If his shirt is AI shit,
I love that shirt. Actually,
it looks 100% like AI shit, though.
I like it. The DIY pop on Friday was insane. The first dark match was Naomi Fluff match that got no reaction, and then they came back for a second dark match, Sammy Gable IC match. There you go. Yeah, it seemed like a big pop for DIY, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Yo, somebody, who was it? Oh, bringing up Drew.
They're right. I'm here, and there's another guy who's not here. Drew is a buffoon. You went to Costco, sir, to make that sign as a grown adult of Drew is a buffoon.
People are using cage match to criticize Money in the Bank. Who's cage match? The cage match is a funny site that I've never really used.
I only use it to look up cards. Like if I like when we do like a GCW or House of Glory or something, they normally are pretty better with the cards and everything like that.
And for those who didn't see, this is going back to the post show where Drew McIntyre is losing his mind. He hit a couple officials and then the elbowed Adam Pearce
as he was demanding. Yeah, he's demanding Punk come out here, and literally the last line right after he elbows Pierce is, "I know where your family lives." And Drew's again got a point of, this man's been out here fucking with my matches, and he's served no punishment, no repercussions, and everything like that. But meanwhile, you're gonna just keep letting this fucking happen until I lose my shit.
Unfortunately,
whoa!
On it. Oof.
But is it interesting that following MJF mentions, I pay attention to ratings from a guy named Nielsen, that Punk's out here? Well, now the ratings just took a dip.
Interesting. CM Punk needs to take on Drew Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam. Hell in a Cell might be safe for bad blood. SummerSlam might just be the first meeting.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell is bad blood because, baby, now we got bad blood. Right. Well, especially they very much, I think it's a clear-cut tie and connection to, it wasn't the first, was it the first? It was the first Hell in a Cell of Taker versus HBK where you had the debut of Kane.
Yeah, Kane.
Yeah. So I think that's a nice little callback. That was the first one. The second one was Foley Taker.
That's right. Yeah, no, still epic. Drew McIntyre was suspended for elbowing Adam Pearce, even though he won Money in the Bank on Saturday night. Yeah, I guess regardless of what you win or lose, you can't hit the boss in the face.
This is what happens when you assault staff.
Yeah, like when you Meltzer driver your boss, there should be consequences.
Beyond a week.
Triple H can't Wesley.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground is where I spent most of my days.
CM Punk cutting a wicked promo. Yeah,
right.
Drew's not going to be quiet, folks. Don't get me wrong.
Derek, what up? Simone asking, do Toronto and Ottawa get along? Not really, not at all.
No, probably not.
Rivalry. I'm just clicking through if we missed anybody.
Clicking shit.
Right.
Catching up, folks. Catching up.
Because he's a Scottish keyboard warrior and he can't stop tweeting. He got fined double. So I'd missed the number, but he said what he got fined.
He's begging Pierce, please, can you lift the suspension? Please don't suspend Drew. And the crowd goes wild. I don't want him suspended.
It could be in this ring. It could be in this parking lot. I'll beat him up in the cheap seats. I will not have green eggs and ham.
He's demanding Adam Pearce. Oh, we got a bigger problem. Burn it down.
Oh, let's go. This is what needs to happen and is a good repercussion of his actions. You reap what you sow, Punk. You were trying to screw Drew, and now you've got to deal with Seth out here pissed off at you. And now we get finally, this is the first time we've seen them face-to-face really since about Survivor Series or around there when he returned, because then Seth turned into the Cody story.
100%.
He looks like a short coat wearing fucking valet.
Wait. What is this?
Hey, Pat's back, by the way. Shout out. Can we clap? Let's get a clap for Pat. Pat's back.
Clap for Pat, but Punk goes and sits down with the commentary.
Just sits a commentary. I don't know what he was walking on about.
Turns his back to Seth, dude.
Seth looking like a valet out here.
This is
Pasto.
Yeah. I think I gotta go. I gotta go deal with this. I'll be right back.
Right.
Lifts Drew suspension. Yes. Punk wants to fight Drew, and he can't do it if Drew's not allowed there. Nobody cares.
Of lifting things, I see 130 right now in the chat and everything.
Let's
we were challenged y'all to get this up to 200. So you still got about 70 or so people to bring in here. So let's see if we can make this happen. Get this up to 200. Oh.
Yeah, let's go, people. Be a friend.
And this is interesting though, because now the crowd's Seth's just sitting there looking at him as the crowd's just singing Seth's song. This is so fucking. This company has stars upon stars. This fucking company has a galaxy of stars. No wonder they call themselves the universe.
Come on, Mr. Center of Attention.
You love the spotlight. Come on.
You afraid I'm going to kick your ass? Here we go, folks. The plot thickens.
But this is great because you have multiple storylines, multiple things constantly colliding and going at each other and everything.
Seth is more over than ever. Seth is definitely over. That's the fun part about this. Drew's over, Punk's over, Seth's over.
That's the thing, and they all work together. It's good, fantastic.
That mosquito's no longer over.
Yeah, I've been out there dealing with the same type of things.
Larry wants the piece of shit Punk suspended.
What?
Sorry, Larry. We can't suspend on emotions and hurt feelings.
Right. We have judicial authority within the wrestling court. We don't have authority beyond that.
Mm-hmm. We really got to make a list of the most over guys in WWE. What a pop for Seth. That's the thing. There's so many guys right now and girls getting great reactions.
But that's the thing is it's not all top stars. You get mid cards that'll get a big, huge pop reaction. You'll get an underact even. They turn around and they slap Chad Gable. They get a big reaction. There's layers and there's depth through every storyline and through every kind of tier, arc, what have you. Well, I can't wrap around my head like this man bun that I have.
Mad, as he should be.
You did exactly what I told you not to do when you showed back up here and get involved with shit.
And what I liked about this is it's serious, Seth. Seth isn't out there dancing as much. He's not cackling. He's mad.
But he's wearing like a rhinestone cowboy.
Yeah. Instantly thought of High School High. Shout out.
Because we're all in this together.
Yeah. Did a great start to Raw, folks. Absolutely, Boston. John's loving it. Love it.
But this
there's a man with a bracelet with my wife and my dog's name on it walking around. This is good shit.
It's the intent that I'm going to get my pound of flesh. That's the thing is this feels like it has huevos. It has a depth of reality to it and everything. It reminds you of, yes, pro wrestling does, at the end of the day, there is part of it that caters to kids and everything like that. But God damn it, remember when pro wrestling was TV 14 and TVMA and shit like that? It really kind of more placated to adults and preteens and the demos that we like to praise and call ourselves demo gods over.
100%.
If this isn't some shit that we're fucking you've been through or you can relate to, or just that personal realism to it, that this strikes a fucking chord that I'm glad that they're doing. Spit it out. I know apologizing is not your forte.
That's it.
Hey!
I didn't mean to
people clip that of CM Punk saying, I apologize.
Well, remember, they're both towing that babyface line. So it's like, I don't like you, but you were just collateral.
At this point, it's, Ron Burgundy.
Oh, of course. Get up.
What did he say?
Because it's you, I can't really be that sorry, can I?
Oh.
So he seemed genuine, and then he kind of pulled it out a little.
This does feel a little bit like, though, of, like Anchorman of, God damn it, with every fiber of my being, I hate you, but God damn it, do I respect you.
Yeah, 100%.
I may be starting to like CM Punk now, but y'all didn't hear that from me.
Fact.
Anonymous sources report that a Ringsider Anthony might be softening his opinion on CM Punk.
First NXT, now CM Punk. We're going after all of it, Nick.
Sources are Wrestling Observer Network and Dave Meltzer.
The world does not revolve around
you. The world does not revolve around you.
Love it. Let's go. Folks, blow up this chat. How you feeling? Conway Twitty. Lady B.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty.
I love it. Slight AEW reference, fair enough. I imagine. Sup, WWE, Jey Uso, Oos.
Oos, Oos.
Oos, Oos.
But this is the thing, is that they have enough that they can play into the critiques, they can play into the tweets and everything like that. And it's still enough that it'll dig, because it is still a topic of discussion. It is still a discourse. It still is a thought of mind.
I'm out of cracks at that title. Maybe it's time I put a crack in your head.
Oh,
I made that up.
Oh no, that'd be a badass line.
This is just a pipe dream.
Oh,
dude, the plot thickens.
You took it from me, so now I'm going to take from you.
Great.
That you don't care about collateral damage? Well, you're not doing that on my watch. This is a little bit of like, what? That fucking nobody was John Vick.
Yeah, right?
That nobody was Seth Rollins.
There you go. The minute you are cleared, you won't even be able to say the name Drew McIntyre before I snap your arm and put you back on the shelf.
Yeah.
Woo! Them are fighting words.
Hey, but that's the world you got to live in, my guy. You caused this. You got to live in it.
Payback's a bitch. It might be.
That's why I think, though, we could get a triple threat. That's how you don't have the straight up one-on-one, and you can do it at, because baby, now we got bad blood. You didn't have the one-on-one, and however you want to go out of that, you could do either one. Fits into that. So you do the triple threat, you do the three-way, Seth, Drew, Punk at SummerSlam, and whichever way you want to go out of it after that, you sit there and do the other two in a Hell in a Cell.
It all feels good, Nick. No matter what way we do it, it feels good. And
it's like missionary every single night.
We're getting Awesome Truth and Braun Strowman. I am kind of tired of these bunch fighting. Oh, Piercy. Oh.
Damien out here, Dom out here. I don't want to tag with the bitch. I don't want to be near. You're trying to fuck my shit up, that guy. Yeah. Like, are you trying to fuck my relationship up?
Help me.
Help me. Brother, help me.
Are you trying to get me killed? That wasn't me.
You don't want the match, but you wanted to stick your nose in the last three.
It's moments like that where it's like, man, you're so Eddie. That wasn't me.
Yeah. Oh, Sean saying Punk did say it was the summer of Punk. Oh, bro, look at her, even her outfit. I saw the fucking shirt going around of maybe I can fix him.
Yeah.
Oh, spoken like a fucking true psychopath of a woman.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, no, I like the whole
Nope.
Punk saying that it was the summer of the Punk, which is always a curse because every time it's been the summer of Punk, it has never worked out for Punk. He's either lost at Mania or he's left the company, etc.
Ladies and gentlemen, Raw rolls on. Great start to the show. We got almost 125 people with us right now. Be a friend, tell a friend, drop our link. Let's see if we can get to 200 as Jey Uso coming out. And he will take on Chad Gable.
Now, are you surprised that we're getting this now? I thought this could have been the main event, and maybe we got the why. I thought we could have gotten the tag team earlier on or whatever.
I'm only laughing because you sang that. It was awesome. You just got caught up in the moment, and so you came out singing.
Yeah, Dallas is damn 100%. Yeah,
get your predictions in.
Absolutely. Man's hipping and hopping with the bipping and the bopping. That's a fucking incredible spot that they had of this man just tossing Wesley up in the air. Obafemi, by the way. And we got the tease of Joe Hendry. But yeah, I thought this could have been the main event a little bit because this is, like we said, this is the Wyatt Sicks spot now. So
you would imagine.
We're about to go to Spooky Town, folks.
Right. Spooky Town.
Oh, won't you take me down to Spooky Town?
People have to give Dom some flowers, man. You have to give the kid some flowers. He's doing everything you need him to do.
Well, and just even the fact that this man, we were talking about him, should have been in NXT, what have you, and then was out there getting the most heat out of anybody, to where it was a meme and a joke to where this man was getting heat at his own wedding. Like he's got nuclear heat that I think the only equivalent that has ever been uttered in wrestling is X-Pac heat. Now, granted, X-Pac heat had a different connotation initially, but Dom Heat is one of those of the man can't talk without echoing of boos.
No, not at all, Nick. I mean, it's again the boos, but like his personality's come a long way. His confidence has come a long way.
Oh, absolutely. As KJ has gone a long way. I'll pause everybody here as we've, I guess, got the battle of the 5 armies here. We've got the Yeet Army versus the Knee Pad Police versus the AEW Tribalists. I feel like we're, like I said, we're Lord of the Rings out here. We're getting the battle of the 5 armies in the chat right now.
I'm back.
Fair enough. Whoa.
I kicked the wire out of the wall. I'm not going to lie.
But no, did you hear my speech of we're getting the battle of the 5 armies? We've got the Yeet Army, we've got the Knee Pad Police, we've got all the sides, all the factions, we've got faction warfare about to kick off.
Right.
Hashtag nuclear heat, hashtag not sponsored. Get your phones out and turn your flashlights on so you can eat. No, don't. I'm amazed that this man isn't out there like running at people like turn your phone off, put it down, put it down. I don't want the fireflies. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, but yeah, like don't turn the lights out during my entrance at all. Leave it all bright.
For those with the benefits of flash photography, please choose not to fucking do it right
now. More now than ever. If that, especially now that it feels like this is going to be the main event. Yeah, probably. Rhea Ripley showing up at the end of the night is probably going to send us home happy.
Send us home with a new mommy.
Wyatts are going to get both. I agree with beef squash, which is weird to say out loud.
Yeah, Andy Milonakis. No. Yeah, I would just run if I'm Jey Uso. Like, again, it's one of those of Chad Gable's kind of got the curse. He's got the bad juju on him. So I don't, A, want to be around him, and I, B, don't want to be in a match with him. So, one, I'm not showing up. Find me. I don't care. I'm going to stay alive. I will pay the fine, but I will be alive.
Hey, yo, what's up, Todd? What's up, Juan? I like eat. I eat. I steal.
Well, did you see, and I cannot confirm if it's an actual shirt of Jey Uso saying, you know, eat, sleep, yeet, repeat.
Yeah. It's working, man. It's working. And that's, again, it's always the biggest factor for me is how is the crowd responding? Are you getting a reaction? Is it not negative?
That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters.
You need that. That is your go-to. Like when people like whoever want to criticize anything, if the crowd is going insane, you ain't got an argument.
That's the fucking, that's the chorus. That's the Roman Coliseum chorus right there of 100% of, you know, if the crowd is with you, then they're going to be with you. That's what is the deciding factor. If they ain't with you, then they ain't with you. Right. They're the ultimate fucking line in the sand.
Right. Here comes Chad Gable holding his ribs, and they just gave us the replay of Drew McIntyre absolutely harpooning that ladder.
Yeah. I'm right now just looking for like glitches, tweaks, anything, spooky people.
Yeah.
Well, it's a wrestling show, so there's plenty of spooky people, but Wyatt Sick spooky people.
That's funny as shit. Anthony going at MDV.
You can have that evil what I'm mad at. Better be some tendies or some nuggies. What the fuck? Where did that come from?
I'm down for both. Let's roll.
Yeah, we're fat. I understand that. Oh, no, Jesus, my guy. The fucking lights dimmed for the fucking match, so they paid attention to the fucking ring, and I thought it was the Wyatt showing up. I was like, It got darker. It got darker.
No. Folks, if you haven't done so yet, get in the chat. Give us your predictions. Let us know who you're taking. Definitely curious how this one splits. And actually, so much so that I will do this.
There you go. Well, MDB, welcome to the knee pad here. Well, this is actually where you probably have the longest reign. So, man's going to be out here Roman Reigns in this shit. Oh. I'm still going Jey Uso with this. Granted, I think this still could have very much, like I said, I'm just waiting for the Wyatts to show up here. So this to me is probably going to end in no contest. But Chad Gable's as KJ got gobbled by the Wyatts there for half a second, but it's weird with Gable of he was going at the IC belt. I thought he was going to be the one to beat Gunther, and then he couldn't beat Sammy, and now he can't beat Jey Uso. Like,
it's quite the landing on that suplex.
Yeah, but that's the thing is Gable hits really badass suplexes and all of that, but they don't ever go beyond that. Like every time he gets pushed in a storyline, it's either something else or he's just the guy that's the last to take the pinfall, what have you. He didn't go over Gunther, he didn't go over Sammy, and then when he was going at Sammy, it's still when they added in the Wyatt Sicks whole thing to it, to where we know he's clearly not going over in that. So
yeah, like I said, I was a little surprised because I felt like the Otis storyline was so hot. Like I felt like Otis would, like, we saw the pops for the idea that Otis was going to turn. So I felt like that was unfinished. And then he kind of got caught up in another story. So again, not my favorite transition from Triple H. I kind of was still into that Alpha story and where it was going to go.
Absolutely. Well, still, we were talking about getting the, Diamond Mine, the Creed brothers with Gable and everything.
Yeah, definitely seen them tease that, especially now that he doesn't have anybody and he's scared for his life.
Yeah, I want the Olympic motherfuckers beside me here, which is interesting too that they're going to be at GCW.
Bloodsport.
Yeah, very much solidifying that connection between GCW and WWE, which is an insane thing to think about.
Right? You heard it here first. Nick Gage to WWE for the Rumble.
Oh my Jesus!
For the Rumble.
Yeah, if that man would be out here, the second they air a Pizza Hut ad, it would be it'd be Pat, Corey, and Michael Cole sliding into a slice of Pizza Hut pizza, and then there's Nick Gage out there, fucking pizza cutter,
right?
MDK all fucking day,
right? Nick Gage, John Cena, WrestleMania 41.
That's the farewell match that no one wants and no one was asking for. Nick Gage versus John Cena is the final match of his farewell tour. Literally the most WWE guy versus the most fucking criminally insane guy.
Right. Tiffany Stratton dream opponents are Liv Morgan, Ripley, and Trish Stratus. I mean, fair enough. I think there's a few others.
Is that her dream or your dream?
Yeah. I mean, Tiff's got a few options that I think would be fun to watch.
Right. Wyatt Sicks, we're on a highway to SummerSlam. That'd be cool if they could do it, include them. We're on a highway to hell.
Bring
you
it
remember
back.
it was Taker lost in that MSG. And they had the fucking, that was one of the first pay-per-views I could convince my father to buy that I could watch live and everything. Was the SummerSlam 98 when they're at MSG and they had the fucking gate entrance and everything.
Right.
That was actually cool to where they always called it the Highway to Hell, and they played the actual AC/DC song as the theme.
Mm-hmm. As we are back from commercial break, folks, Chad pancaking Jay.
Oh. National Video Game Day. I gotta celebrate, or I gotta play ET for the 2600 to celebrate. Yeah,
Lion headbutt.
Yeah, he was short by a country mile a little bit on that.
Mm-hmm.
He was short by as much as Zoe Starks was over on her.
I actually think it looked short. I agree, but I think he got close enough where it was. I think he actually got there.
He grazed
definitely
him.
Looked short.
He grazed them with a thread of hair.
Yeah, I think so.
That did the blood job.
Short. I thought the same thing you did, but I'm like, all right, it was. I don't know. Could have been the angle they shot it from.
Oh, man. The angle didn't move.
How long until? No, I don't think so. I think that would be stipulated that you probably won't get a whole lot of that.
That's why we never got a true WCW versus WWE match ever. Yeah. You have two opposite competing companies that are both combined and would be deciding who's going to be going over in it. That's never going to happen. That's like asking Apple and Mac to Apple and fucking Microsoft to sit there and have their technology go head to head, and one of us we know is going to do the job just to put the other one over. They're never going to fucking agree on that,
unless it's somebody from AEW goes to Tony and says, "Man, I really, really, really want to do this, and I want it. Like, I'm okay if I go under, but it won't work the other way around." Ever.
Fuck you, cool. You go under. Our company goes under. Fuck off. You ain't doing that,
right?
If I'm TK, hell no, you ain't doing that.
I don't trust TK with anything.
I don't give a shit who you are.
Jay to the top. Chad getting him though.
Oh, hangs him up on the top rope.
That was from Tiffany Stratton's mouth.
Was she?
We got trouble.
Oh, lights out. Run!
Almost.
Run away! Run!
Why are you staying?
Why do you constantly look confused? This is like the third time it's happened to you. Run away!
Yeah, we know what's coming. Don't be silly. Spear! That's not fair.
I couldn't see him coming. 1, 2, 3. So Jey Uso wins.
Oh, more like so. Jay's in trouble.
Power outage. But the Fireflies.
Yeah.
Jay, run! Yeet him, run! That's so
that
good.
Was amazing.
How about this bitch?
See, that's where I want to drag Jay back. Amazing. As here comes the smoke.
I just want a replay of that. Like, I want that as a gif of just yeet.
That is going to be meme to shit, my guy.
Oh, we're getting the billows of smoke. And it's still interesting as it's still interesting as shit to me that they use Bray's music. It's the better of the two things. But yeah, Gable, fucking run, my guy. It's not October. This isn't a haunted house. Run.
Yeah, what are you doing? Do what Jay did. Do what Jay did, bro.
Oh, thank you. And rolls the fuck
out. Oh, no.
Oh. Even Michael Cole, no. Now, if I'm Pat McAfee, this is the first time Pat's been here, and they've been fucking with Pat too, so I'm shitting bricks too.
If I was Pat, I'd chuck that prime bottle off the back of Nikki's head.
I'm gonna just hold this as a weapon.
Chad's running.
And he trips going up. Look. Oh, but still, what if they're not here for Chad, they're here for Pat?
I hope so. I think Pat's
she's turning. She's turning. Well, because that's the thing is the past two boxes have been addressed to Pat, but he's been here.
MIA.
He's not been here for reasons, but they can make it work story. As it's just literally tied on Pat and delivering it specifically to him.
Pat kills me.
Pat, what?
You gonna get this thing? Here comes Resident Evil. All right. Another.
And we just cut to darkness. Sheamus, as we cut to Jackie Redmond and Sheamus backstage out of that. And Sheamus that was weird.
What the fuck was that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Chad doesn't have a fight or flight response. He freezes up. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Motherfucker is terrible to be in a situation like that with. Like, or he's either terrible or he's the best because he'll be there so you can get away. Like, that's why Jay's out there. I'm like, I know this motherfucker is going to freeze up so I can yeet and be gone.
That was hilarious.
I still swear I want that. As a gif as Bronson Reed squaring up to Sheamus.
Another box.
I like what's in the box. I like how the IC division's kind of become just the fucking Haas division of beat the fuck out of each other. Yeah, well, still, like, that's even why Sammy feels like he's got to go through a murder's row of Sheamus, Bronson Reed. We thought he was going to lose it to Braun Breaker. Like, Braun stands a better chance and seems like a more viable option to say a Sheamus or a Bronson Reed. Not disrespect to Sammy, but just stature and physique-wise. Like, you're a frail motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think they've done a really good job building up the mid-card, though. And I really think they've done a good job of, multiple contenders, multiple options. And Braun will get his moment.
So Bronson's saying, I'll fight you anytime, anywhere, except for tonight, once you witness what I do to your mate, Pete Dunne. So we're setting up Bronson Reed versus Pete Dunne coming up tonight here.
Isn't Pete Dunne supposed to be on SmackDown, or am I crazy?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Am I crazy?
They've been out there wrestling mostly, honestly, on NXT,
So they're targeting Pat McAfee and not Jey or Gable. Got it. We're not sure. They might be targeting.
They're still probably targeting Gable, but they're also targeting Pat. And I think it's also, like we said, this is the first time Pat's been here in like 2 weeks. So
yeah,
they very much are going to now actually get that moment with it.
Yeah. Chat's girlfriend's here. There you go. Yeah, he's being
Bring out your VCR.
There we go again. Starting to drag a little bit too much. I feel like there's a bit of a drag for me. I really a little bit of again, it's like, okay, 3 weeks now of tapes. Like, I don't know. I need a little something sprinkled into this.
It's so funny because I feel like we flip on this.
We always.
You are the one that initially is all about let it build, let it simmer, let it go a couple of weeks. Oh, we're building to something here and everything.
Yeah, it's funny.
And then once it happens, I'm the one of like, let it cook, let it simmer, saute, and everything.
I think for me, it's when I'm engaged, you can go as long as you want. Like, if I'm into it, like I was really into the puzzle.
Are you not engaged? Are you not entertained?
A little bit here, like I'm still engaged, and I like what Bo's doing, but I am losing. I'm not as like blown away, like Smoke Machine, Creepy Girl, Box. I get it. Let's elevate a little here.
Right. Hey, doesn't that sound familiar to what I was saying before with the pre-build on all of this and everything of that?
But like I said, I was very much into that, and I felt like that was forever.
So why are you not into this now? Because this is still giving you the lore. This is giving you the depth of the lore that you wanted. This is what you wanted.
But there's no elevation to it. It's the same.
There's no elevation. What are you talking about? To where this guy sat there and he's initially they're just having a whole conversation,
murdering everybody,
and then they built it up to, oh, there you are, and they start switching seeds. And I think it's more him coming to him being the Uncle Howdy persona or what have you that took over. And even you thought you could make them alive. You thought that you could make them real and everything. And then now.
Yeah, see,
we've got this. It's still to me of you've got lore, you've got reasoning, you've got backstory to explain.
It's getting a little flat. Like it's getting a little like, okay, you can't go to the well. You need a target. You need to, like the first time we seen the Wyatt Sicks, they murdered Gorilla, and the last 3 weeks we're like, I want them to fuck some shit up. Like I want them to make an impact. And again, we're slow playing it a little bit. And I'm not out. I'm just saying.
Oh, they haven't made an impact, and I'm still playing this. They've slow played this like you wanted, and now that they've slow played it, you're like, let's put it on fast forward.
I find this part of the story less engaging. Like I find it because the QR codes were amping up, and there was something new each week. There was something more each week. What more have we got over the last 2 weeks?
We've got story, we've got the whole reasoning, we've got the look on the inside of it. We've got to where Bo is becoming more and more of the Uncle Howdy character. We've seen kind of the development of that.
Yeah, I mean, again, they got the VHS, they got the box. Shout out VHS. Play me. So again, we'll see what's next. But I do want them to start victimizing some people. I can't be afraid of you if you ain't doing shit.
It's only been 3 weeks. And like I said, I still, at the end of the day, I still think it's hilarious that you start here and I'm there, and then we like fully rotation.
Like I said, for me, the biggest thing is being engaged in what you're doing. And the first week, I'm like, okay, this is cool. Well, the second week, I need Gacy and Nikki to show up, do something, like elevate it a little bit, step up. And I feel like once we hit the QR codes, we got a big moment. Now we're a little bit, so they gotta give me a bit of a spike, or I'm
Fair
gonna
enough. Well, speaking of engaging, I'm going to disengage for half a second here. Maybe I'll make it. I'm gonna be here for this fucking VHS tape at this point, just to argue with you. But I will be back.
There you go. There you go. I'm guessing SummerSlam is Wyatt's debut. Perhaps it would seem like that at this point in this juncture. But right now, we got Bronson in the ring. He's about to take on Pete Dunne tonight. Get your predictions in. Let me know. Let me know. Close mega, but not quite. Stay away from Wendy's Nuggets. Why? Oh, wait. Wendy? Oh, I mean, anything's possible nowadays. But what's your deal? This is Raw, not Elevation. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Todd. KJ with Scooby-Doo with the QR code, QR face. He was loving it. That's it, right? Like, so that's my argument. And I haven't given up on Howdy or the story. So next week that we get another VHS, right? Like, that's where, even if you had continued with QR codes and I had something kind of new and kind of creative, again, I'm not demanding everything right now. I just want to see them take somebody out, beat somebody up, do something. If Deadpool is on that pizza like Jim from American Pie, I'm suing. Ew. Reed for the win. Let's go. Reed for the win. We still haven't watched this VHS yet. Yeah, we'll see what's up with this one. No, JV. That's the furthest thing from accurate. And generally, the only people that feel that way are the people that wanted it or felt it was going to be a flop before we got out of the gate. By no means has it been a flop. It's been highly, it's created a whole lot of intrigue. Lots of clicks. Lots of people have paid attention to it. The return of the Wyatts was huge. It was awesome. Again, only 3 weeks removed. I'm not giving up on it. But I think, I don't know, maybe you guys can understand where I'm coming from, or maybe you disagree with me. But you can't have Nikki show up each week with a new box. We got to get something going. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Oddly enough. The impatience, the irony. I don't want the whole story. I just want an uptick. You got to give me a reason to turn to the next chapter. Done for the win. Got that one. Damn, Tyler Bate got injured. Did he? Do tell. Tyler is injured, done by himself for a while. Interesting. Okay. Moonsault to Bronson. Bronson goes down. Tabernacle. As we go to commercial break, Bronson down on the outside. Pete Dunne rolling, folks. I will take a second to remind everybody we're here all week long. We did have one little program change. We were going to do the award show this week. We're going to do it next week. We just need a little more runway to get it off the ground and do it the way we want to do it. So this week on Thursday, we will be here at 8 p.m. for a dirt sheet debate. Of course, NXT tomorrow, Ethan Page will be your champion when that show kicks off. And then Wednesday, Dynamite. We'll find out what Tony Khan has up his sleeve. Friday, SmackDown. We got a whole bunch coming your way all summer long. And we're working on some other things, some new things for this channel. So stay tuned. Be a friend, tell a friend. Anywhere you're talking about wrestling, drop our link. We want to see 200 people in our live chat. So be a friend, tell a friend, and let's go. Listen, I advocate for the Wyatt Sicks in the second. Yeah, but you can't be a flop 3 weeks in. We got to be reasonable, right? So that's my argument is like, by no means am I saying I don't like it. Or no means am I saying I don't want to, give up on this. It's not working. But you can tell these stories. You can have these videos play and they can still kind of have a little more of an impact than the exact same thing. Nikki comes out, Chad runs away. They got a VHS. We get it. We get it. Let them cook. We'll see. I don't want to be overdone when we get there. I bet Jey Uso has to do something, and or does Chad. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, definitely Jey Uso is a part of this. Pat McAfee's been a bit of a target. We don't know. We don't know. I'll be shocked if the footage from I would be shocked too, Alex. I highly doubt it. They're not cooking, TJ. They're prepping. They're still prepping. Yeah, I mean, again, I think they're getting the pans hot, right? Again, you don't want to burn the butter. That kind of idea. I love what they're doing. Big fan of the Wyatt thing, as everyone saw me mark out for it. When Bray did it, and the same thing when Bo did it. I really, really want Bo to be successful with this. But yeah, I was thinking about it today of like 3 weeks in. Are they exciting right now? There's so much going on Raw. We're talking about Drew. We're talking about Punk. We're talking about Seth. And we got so much going on. I don't want the Howdy thing to slip away. Michael Cole has announced that Tyler Bate sustained an injury on Tuesday during a tag match. There you go. Thank you, James. Appreciate you. What's up, Kenny? How you doing? How you doing? The Wyatt Sicks needs some more pizzazz. I did like the Bo Dallas therapy session, though. I think it's outstanding, MDB. I really do. I think it's great, and it's a great way to reintroduce Wyatt, or Bo, sorry, into this equation. But yeah, I just want a little spice on this. Iron Claw. There you go. There you go. Do what MDB says. Like the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Sol Ruka versus Fala just added. Interesting. Okay. Wyatt Sicks knee pads. That's hilarious. I see that the point, however, WWE wouldn't have spent this much time on production planning for it to fall so soon. No, I mean, again, it's not even close to a flop. It's still really cool. It's still really cool. But it feels like we're just, we're getting out of the blocks, and I want a real strong step forward. Lots of story to tell. But again, we keep in mind, we have a whole diary full of story. We have a whole video archive full of story. We had weeks upon weeks upon weeks of the story. We know they felt abandoned. We know each of the characters and why, or the story they've told. Like, they've told the story. It's been all story for weeks. Every code was another journal entry that told us more. Now, maybe some fans didn't pay attention to that. That's on you, boo-boo. But again, it's been a lot of story. We can't keep having Nikki come out, give a tape, and go away. We need an escalation of aggression. The way they introduced themselves was great, but let's get back to business. Joe Hendry will be the first ever TNT NXT champion. He will hold both titles. That'd be bold. That's a bold statement, sir. We'll see. It's Pete Dunne in control of Bronson right now. Stomping on the elbow. Onto the diver shark cage. There you go. It happens. I think we might get Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. I think so too. I think she is coming back sooner than later, and I can't imagine her not being involved in this. All right. VCR tapes are the new QR codes. Facts. And you know what? Part of me might have, even if instead of these VHS tapes, maybe it just was another QR code that led to the Bo videos. I don't know. Would that keep me guessing a little more? If Vince was still on, I would definitely be worried. Yeah, no, that's it. It's in good hands. I don't trust Vince at all. Pete Dunne up, jump up, pop up Insiguri, or step up as he's locking Bronson at the top. I expected the Wyatt Sicks to continue destroying people. Yeah, right? And just imposing their presence better. Yeah, like that's kind of the vibe I wanted, right? Like, again, we've had, yeah, I'm with you, Boston. Tsunami! Goodbye, Pete Dunne. Bronson Reed imposing his will. Because of the water burn. Yeah, maybe. They deserve that shit. I was not thrilled with it, but I know 2024. What can you do? Thoughts on the name New Catch Republic? Sucks. Todd. It was never good. Don't like it. As Bronson is dragging Pete Dunne to the corner. Do you still miss the big set? Not really. No. And here comes Sheamus. Yeah, something like that. I give you that. I'm with you, RM. Again, not abandon ship, not, give up, not mail it in, not, ooh, boo, this sucks. But just maybe there's a little more of an exciting vibe to it, right? As Bronson is getting his ass kicked by Pete and Sheamus. So maybe that's what we get moving forward. Pete Dunne and Sheamus reunite. Oh, Pete pushing off Sheamus. Pete Dunne has no love for Sheamus. All right, Christian. Yeah, a little bit. I like how the whole Uncle Howdy Wyatt Sicks creates dialogue between the fan. 100% AD. It's been outstanding. And again, it creates a lot of intrigue. It creates a lot of excitement. I'm all for it. And maybe that's it. I just really want it to go well. So I'm a little like trying to put my head in the mindset of fans and going, are they doing enough? As Sammy embracing the awesome truth and Braun. And we go back to commercial break, folks. I think Sheamus might align with Pete Dunne again. It seems so. But Pete Dunne pushed him off. It's what I was looking for because I know we ain't messed with those QR codes, right? Imagine the lights went out and Gable was in the ring and then they come back on and the Wyatt Six surrounding him. Then they beat him down. Yeah, I mean, kind of. Yeah, like especially with how they were introduced. Outside CM Punk, name me one person Triple H has brought back and as a success. Oh, fuck. Who has actually come back into the fold? Punk's been a success. You're right about that.
Speaking of coming back, and I'm going to instantly answer this with Cody Rhodes and shut the fuck up. Cody Rhodes. No, and like Cody Rhodes is an example. Ethan Page is an example.
You count Ethan Page as a
Bo Dallas is a fucking example. This man was gone. This man was released. Dexter was gone. Fucking Redbeard was gone. Most of these people were either gone or on the doorstep of being gone. So that's the thing is, I'm not saying this man's perfect without flaw, but he's batting a good batting average.
Dakota, as part of that.
Yeah. Christ, you can count the damage control. That was part of still his intuition or his, ascension to the throne there. So, yeah, I know we get the fucking blinders on with some of this shit, but 100%, you've also got to realize that there's been a lot of really good shit. Like the whole Bloodline storyline from at least 39, especially through 40, was all Papa Paul, and it's still cooking with gasoline, my guy.
Pete is done. He is done tonight. But the brewing with him and Sheamus. Bronson wins 2-0. Yeah, whatever. They're waiting for Richard. Just seems that's I don't agree with, but we've moved past that. Do you remember Brady Physics from MTV's remote control game show?
I know I have gray in my beard, but not that type of gray.
Sheamus burgers and ice cream bars. Thank you, Larry.
Where are my ice cream bars?
Is Wendy Chu part of the Wyatt Six? No,
she's out there teaming with Tatum Paxley. So we've got Spooky Dookie Chu and Tatum, I choose you.
Right, there you go. Boston, O'Dunn, there you go. KJ, what did your thoughts of the Joe Henry tease? I thought it was awesome. Getting a ton of clicks, getting a ton of attention. He might be the most over guy in wrestling. Like he's fucking everywhere. This man has done so well.
I've seen people throw out the idea that his attention, his draw, his viral ability is fading or faded.
That we have the attention span of guppies.
Yes, we do.
It's hilarious. And I know what I was just talking about earlier, but it's not a lack of patience. It's just concern. But with this, Joe just got on fire. Let him burn.
You gotta let it burn. And I've heard the rumor that he's going to be involved with kind of the TNA NXT halfway crossover for the majority of it a bit. Like he's going to kind of be the focal point. So yeah,
I'm good with that, as he should be. He might win the
right?
TNA title.
You would get TNA champion versus an NXT champion.
We go, Seth and JD.
Seth and Damien. You got a minute? Damien has that weird aspect of people with deep voices have of like, you don't know if it's really their actual voice, if they're projecting like this deeper voice than what is really there.
Right.
It's better to be lucky than good. Well, motherfucker, this man's been lucky for goddamn sure. 2 serious botches and 2 straight title defenses.
I don't think so, Boston. I don't think he's going to ask for another title. He's just going to hold pat for now because there's a chance Damien won't be champ much longer.
This is going to be your validation of you earned it, give you a little pat on the shoulder, a little attaboy, and then we move along.
There you go. You want to keep that belt, you better be better at SummerSlam.
I did keep my word. I know you're going to keep yours.
Oh, he's throwing out the gentleman agreement. There you go. Boston might be right.
Oh, hey.
I'll go to war with you. You name the place.
Hey, that's a babyface turn, though, from Damien a bit there.
That's a babyface move.
Yeah, that's 100% a babyface move.
I kept my word, but you did get kind of job, so you ever want to knock on my door?
Fuck. You know what's going to happen now.
Oh, mommy. Where you at? Where you at, girl? Where you at, girl?
Oh.
Yeah.
Zach Brown. Man's out here wearing a Tool shirt. This is the leader of Zach Brown band, and he's wearing a Tool shirt. So I was like, this man's like some fucking hardcore drummer. No, he's, be deep in the water somewhere.
Oh, dude.
Zach Brown is a guilty pleasure of mine. I will admit that.
I love it. I've been to a bunch of his concerts. I'm a huge.
I haven't, but that's one of those. I don't normally frequent country music, but that's one of those that I'll pop in there. Then again, also Miley Cyrus. So I put my hands up, and it is a guilty pleasure song of mine as well.
Yeah. No, I mean,
and he's fresh out of a American Eagle or Abercrombie and Fitch or a Hollister. With
he really does look like an American Eagle.
Yeah, with his, this is the flannel that I cannot of. This was also in the fucking on the model of an 18-year-old in the fucking store that I bought with no facial hair, looking like he's a fucking android. But yeah.
Now, like, not far, just up the road from his home. So it's basically a hometown performance.
So cue him to be. I feel like y'all are Zach Brown's target audience.
Yeah, always got to cheer.
Wee bit.
You always got to cheer for a chubby bearded guy doing well, man. Big fan. Let's go.
I thought Zach Brown was Mark Briscoe for a second.
Sammy. For those who don't think Sammy's over.
Guys, we're 5 minutes into the top of the hour here. So your top of the hour starts off with Seth and Damon kind of walking back the gentleman's agreement, and now we kick off with Sammy here.
Yeah.
Ole, 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 ole.
Oh. Ole, ole, ole. You can't get a word in yet. Still trying to get a word in.
Well, it is respectfully, I know normally that's when it's like the crowd is deafening. The crowd was at an elevated murmur. An elevated murmur.
We're getting Olays, bro. We're good.
Yeah, from 3 people.
Fuck off. Turn up your TV, bro.
I would, but copyright. Sammy to me is the best IC champ, says John. Huh? Gunther?
It's a little early for that. It's a little
sacrilege. Heresy.
Right. Hashtag elevated murmur.
100%.
They made an appearance on Ring of Honor. We'll see what that means.
Yeah, well, and good on them. They've been very much Dijak's even kind of gone with that same route of just pretty much WWE. I got released. All of that. I'm gonna bet on myself and everything. And Mesa and Mansoor have actually made it work. As we've been kicking it, by the way, with plus 100 all night, we've been bouncing from 112s to 130s and all that. So let's see if we can just add an extra little digit at the front of that and be at 200 like we was talking about earlier.
Right. Dijak is lying. Ooh. I don't own any flannel, Gerard.
Yeah, well, which is more prevalent in Canada, denim or flannel?
Flannel. I don't know.
Own a one?
I'm not sure I know what my dad looks like without flannel.
Oh, so you don't
Wait a minute. We got company.
Who? Oh, I hate these Death Rebel themes because I literally had to see the Braun Breaker thing and him coming out before I realized who the fuck it was.
I'm calling bullshit. Shorts. I got some flannel shorts. That's for sure.
You have flannel shorts, but not a flannel shirt. I call shenanigans, sir.
No, I don't rock flannel very often. It's too
I
thick.
have more flannel than you.
Probably.
Fuck. Guess I hold the Canadian power here.
Right.
As Braun out here confronting Sammy, and this was a forgotten sin of Money in the Bank. Of this man beat Braun Breaker with one clean haluva kick.
I told you, I'm okay with it. He's a good champ. He's a good wrestler.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler.
He didn't lose to
I don't think he's been a good champ.
What's wrong with him being?
Most of his time has been spent dealing with Otis in the gang.
But he had great matches with Gable.
To the fucking Scooby-Doo gang.
Great matches with Bronson. A really good couple matches with Gable. Man, his title run's been fine.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Right. That whole fucking Otis.
Now he's got his Braun out here to play the true Scooby of Raggy.
Get that belt. Braun's getting his belt.
He should have gotten his belt.
No, too soon. He'll be fine.
So the difference is a week. So we do it on a Raw? You think wait all the way to SummerSlam?
I love when you do that. You just like make up a fact, like, a week. I never said that. And one day he'll get his belt. He's young. He's a rookie.
One day more. Fine. Another day, another. Another road to Calvary. One day more.
Spirit.
I don't know if it's just the way they filmed it or the way it got to my desktop, but it looked like this man was halfway there in slow motion, as like you could see the mic drop and then like it became he became Neo. If you saw the spear before you felt the spear.
As they're trying to pull Braun back, but he's had enough. Let's go.
He's got to bust Sammy open here. Sammy's got to come out with some color.
That was a crappy spear. No, Sammy was in mid stride. It didn't take it clean like a normal one.
Mid stride. What was he jogging in the ring? He turned. He literally just opened his gate. He literally set up for the spear.
What?
I said he set up for the spear. He opened his gate. He was mid stride. What was he like? He was doing a victory lap around the ring.
He when he turned.
Oh, Sammy now going after him.
No, he down again. How'd that one do?
Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. He needs a better wolf shirt to wear, like the eyes aren't the nipples. It's awkward to look at. It really is. It's awkward.
Yeah, trying to get at Braun.
Oh,
Braun making enemies.
Oh, I like this though. Oh, I'm so scared as he just walks past him like it ain't nothing. Oh, I'm so scared.
I don't understand what you mean. Who?
Braun was walking past Ilya, and that's what he was saying, and I thought that was cool.
Oh,
saying, sir. I didn't think it was that complicated, but yes.
I didn't know who you were talking about. Braun Breaker is yes, Christian. Very live and Louis La Loca. La 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 la
la. As Ilya then is running out to check on Sammy as we go to commercial.
Well, there we go, folks. Another commercial break. We're getting a little preview for SmackDown on Friday. Sorry, bro.
I was just saying you're setting up a triple threat now, it seems, for the IC title of you're going to do Ilya, Braun, and Sammy.
Could be. There's definitely beef between Braun and Ilya. Sammy and Ilya seem to be getting along. But yeah, Braun, like I said, Braun losing and chasing, he's going to get his belt. But make him chase, make him earn it. And Sammy's not a slouch. Sammy's not a guy that you just step on.
Fair, but to say that Braun didn't even earn it or anything like that, like man's made sure and made his statement and got himself over, jumping in the main roster to earn that title shot. Mm-hmm. So I think him losing clean after one haluva kick was a bit of an issue. And then now if we're going to turn around and run it back, like, why didn't we just do it beforehand?
Because he has to earn it. Like you just said with the other
thing.
What
did he do to not earn it?
Man, what's it been? 4 weeks since the draft? 5 weeks since the draft? Like, He went on a rampage. He took out Ricochet. He hurt Ilya. Mm-hmm. Like, he's firing, but he just started. It's a few weeks. So him chasing Sammy only builds him up more, just like it just did.
But you could have had Sammy drop the belt. You set Sammy towards the Bloodline storyline because there's still that whole theory. Or even if you just kick him towards KO, you just have him just Sammy's just still going to do some good shit. You're telling me that you couldn't have had Braun Breaker versus Ilya as a one-on-one and that wouldn't just work for you? That's not good. Yeah.
Wait, so you have one contender, you have one person named, which I never even brought up. Again, that's where you just add in the facts of like, hey, I never said.
Right, but that's I'm saying of you could go, you split that, you could go from here of where you could go. We clearly set Ilya up here because he was going to be possibly the double threat.
Just like we saw Tiffany lose matches, there's nothing wrong with elongating it and having a plan. And again, the idea that, Sammy's going to be in the Bloodline thing. Well, we don't know that. We don't know what their plan is.
But you also can have a plan and not act like mine as it doesn't make sense and everything. Like that mine doesn't work.
It could work. At the end of the day, I think that making Braun wait is not a big deal.
I disagree, and I'll leave it at that.
Fair enough. To the chat.
I think you made him wait enough.
He just got there.
He was already on NXT longer than he probably should have been.
Oh, he just got there, bro. What's wrong with protecting Sammy's finisher? Nothing.
The fact that you built Braun as a fucking world eater, and even then, we've seen it with other opponents to where Sammy's haluva kick is not as devastating as it is. It's not one of those of it's super protected as it is. So what's taking two so worse than taking one?
So if he had taken 2 haluva kicks, you'd be happier with the match.
Honestly, I probably would have, because it would have been one of those if it would have been a definitive of he put him the fuck away. It's the same thing how you get 1 crossroads on Roman versus you get 3 crossroads on Roman.
Fair enough. I don't think internally there, Braun Breaker one day will earn the 3 finisher finish. But a few weeks into his career, I don't know if he's going to get it.
As speaking of a guy who I honestly don't think would have ever been even anywhere near a spot like this, to where we're getting the biography legends of The Miz. I am fucking old. The Miz has a legends biography thing on AEW. I am fucking old. If not physically, at least wrestling wise.
Right. We're gonna replay a Braun decimating Sammy. Get up, Sammy. You got him. Braun is class.
That ain't nothing. Walk it off.
Poor Adam Pearce. Busy man.
This man is 100% living a stressful life.
Yeah, no shit.
Even Nick Aldis doesn't have this much stress going on right now.
Ilya demanding Braun Breaker.
You got him tonight.
Woo! If he loses,
I know. We cook it with peanut oil, but that's the thing is that's something they can just drop. They can just you can have that. Just give that as a nice little gift to y'all. You were nice tonight, so we'll give this to you. Of Ilya versus Braun. That's a fucking stellar ass match that they can just. Yeah. You can have that.
Adam Pearce deserves stress. Not nice. Come on now.
That's how you got a bald head.
As we go back to the John Cena moment from Money in the Bank, folks. Get in that chat. Let's keep it going. What is on your mind, and what do you think about John Cena's final run?
It's always been interesting to me it's only been a few times, but to see a wrestler have like a final run, like, okay, so am I supposed to know that you're probably going to go over in some of these matches because this is your last run? Like, it's a little different than when like you get a retirement tour for like Kobe or Derek Jeter or something like that. When it's John Cena's last retirement run, like I don't know, it just feels interesting to me of like I know already around how many dates he's gonna work, when it's gonna start, when it's gonna end. Like I don't know. I'm not saying that he's not a great. It's just one of those. It's just the retirement tour idea to me feels weird. Taker needed a retirement tour or anything like that. Like it's just one of those of. I think part of the majesty of pro wrestling is you never know when's the end. So if you just don't tell me that this is going to be the end, then it just leaves that nice little level of mystique to it. And like I said, let's be honest, we know things about the business and everything like that. So what, you're going to go over for the first 20 matches, your 40-leg tour and everything? Right. But so then it takes a tinge away, I feel.
I don't think so at all. And I mean, it's one of the greatest of all time. And there are exceptions to the rule. Do you do something like this for everybody? No. But you do it for John Cena. And
you didn't do this for Taker.
Again, what?
You didn't do this for Taker.
But again, different times, different circumstances. And again, Taker would put Cena on a higher pedestal than himself. That's just how they view him. This will go down as one of the greatest ever do it. To many in a generation, He is the best. He is all they know. So again, for it to, there's no guarantee. He could win, he could lose, he could leave with a championship, he couldn't. It's the story they tell and how they get there. So to me, we know nothing. We just know when it's going to end, and that to me is, I'm fine with that. I've watched.
Do we even know that? Because I've seen people say that it was going to end at Mania, and I saw people say that it was going to end past that. Like, do we even know when it's actually going to end?
I thought it was ending at Mania. Somebody said it was going through the end of 2025, but I don't think it was going that long. So, I thought WrestleMania, but again, he said Rumble's going to be his last, Mania will be his last. So maybe it goes slightly past that, but I don't know. And again, to me, that's part of it. Then we don't know. We don't know the story. We know this is the last story they're going to tell, but we don't know when, where, and how.
The Last Dance. Excuse me. Sorry, they're 100% doing a fucking Last Dance documentary with John Cena here.
Yeah.
The Last Dance. So then he can cut through. I always hated Randy Orton. Randy Orton's the Scottie Pippen here in this situation. I always hated this. He just really fucking goes unhinged. Of like Roman Reigns said, suffering succotash, and I took that as a personal challenge.
Yeah. Sorry, as we got.
I know. I'm literally just quoting.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan from The Last Dance.
Right. But you legitimately, again, I legitimately think we're going to get like a Cody Cena match. We're going to get a Cena CM Punk match. And again, I don't know how they're going to tell that story. So I don't know.
What would you put as your last John Cena match? Right now, what is your last John Cena match?
I'm torn between two. From a company standpoint, I think. Oh, wow. JD just jumping. Awesome truth. Here comes Braun, though.
Brawny, the straw man with an 8-pound water head. Period. He was 5'3", and he said to me, "I like tater tots."
I think Cody Rhodes is the guy, because then you get to pass that torch. That's what I think.
That's not a bad show.
Him or Randy are my two.
I could see both of those. There's even the odd idea that you do him versus Punk as the last thing. I have one of those. I think I thought about of him versus Randy, and then two that could happen that I think wouldn't be too bad of him versus Roman and him versus Dwayne. Granted, I know it'd be the meme of, once, twice, thrice in a lifetime.
Right.
But I still wouldn't mind him versus Cody works because it's the passing of the torch of you're now the uber baby face.
Yeah.
Him versus Randy, those two are tied. Him versus Roman, I think works because those are two guys that they were literally in, sequential there of top baby face that they get behind, followed by top baby face. Like Roman got a harder gig at it because of how Cena was presented and everything. Of those two, I think, are always eternally tied. So
as JD up over the top, awesome truth, and Braun holding high ground right now, as we are probably there we go, commercial.
Facts.
The people of all time, John Cena, they will never be another wrestler like him. There you go. Why does it look like True Lock start? That's a good question. We'll ask him. I'm sick of Braun Strowman. Jesus.
Why?
He just got back.
He hasn't even been on that much.
Yeah.
He just kind of existed. He good.
It has to be Orton. I saw someone say Kurt Angle. If Kurt Angle could go, that'd be cool. Full circle.
Yeah, Kurt can't go. But
Orton is Piper, then Punk the Funk to his hair. What? Orton is Piper, then
he's
Punk
saying how Randy Orton is this generation's Piper. He's saying that Punk is this generation's Funk. I think that's more of just because they can rhyme and everything. Yeah. I guess I'm assuming he was saying Cena's Flair.
Right. Who is your tribal chief?
You are not my tribal chief.
Right. Picture in picture
You know
is
who's
better.
your tribal chief is us right now. That's why you need to make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Absolutely. As we're kicking it with 108 plus here. So let's see if we can keep this thing rolling.
Get that number back up, folks.
Right.
We are rolling along. We are in a commercial break. We are back all week long. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend. Click that subscribe button. I see a lot of new faces in the chat. Join us. We are growing by the second, and we've been on absolute fire. So, yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Can we get much higher? So high. There we go. As KJ's taking a pause for the cause right now. As Alex, you can tell the truth. Really sad his childhood hero, Cena's leaving. Alex, I think you were trying to talk about our truth, and I know that that's halfway the gimmick and the story and everything like that, but you halfway, I won't lie, confused me here a little bit. 80, currently 116 degrees in Tempe at 624. Good God, man. That's why you need to stay inside and be, watching that wrestling with us and everything. Because, stay inside with the AC where it's much cooler. Trust me, this is the coolest place you can be watching wrestling here. But, fuck that noise. As I live in New Hampshire, and if we got 106 degrees, shit's going to start melting. Like, I'm not just saying like ice creams and stuff like that. Like, I'm talking road signs and shit. Like, stuff that ain't supposed to be melting. John Cena coming back from Jesus to beat Carlito. That's a deep cut, Mr. Stumble. That is 100% a deep cut here. Of very few people remember that there was the whole storyline at one point to where, John Cena got, poked up and everything like that. Christopher, what up? Beanie saying, I'm glad you probably didn't finish that word. I don't know what you were getting at, but we'll say my Nick, at best. Adam, what up? 116 degrees, hell to the no, absolutely. Nick, tires might melt, absolutely, 100%. I'll just be riding on them donuts. As right now, Strowman and the gang is firing up the Miz, fighting back on Finn Balor. As who you got, folks, in this? If you've got the awesome truth, the awesome Strowman, or you've got Judgment Day here with Carlito to win this match. That could definitely be true, Richard. He probably can't go 15, 20 minutes on his own anymore after his neck surgery. He's still going to stamina. Who are we trying out here to talk about and say heresy about? Who are we bad mouthing? It's basically the same. They had him doing his injured, except he was involved with. Oh, I see where you're going with this. You're talking about Brawny, the Strowman, but even then, still, regardless of where he's fully at and everything like that, I think it's still one of those of he's never been a guy like he's not going to be one of those that's out there and gives you a fucking 20-minute work rate match or anything like that. Like, he's a guy that's smash him, stack him. He's much more your 80s, 90s, early 2000s, like big guy style of wrestler, just with a fucking Ferrari engine out here. Of he's fast paced, he's athletic a bit with that, but he's a smash 'em, stack 'em guy. He's not going to be out here of having 20-minute matches. You do good with Braun Strowman the same way you did with Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. You have 5-10 at the absolute most, but you probably even have, sub 5 matches with him, because it should be just literally cut to the pace, smash them, stack them, of I walk through them, I destroy them, or they destroy me, or they chop me down, what have you. That's got to be more his style. He's not going to be out there, like I said, he's not doing, 5 stars at the Tokyo Dome. 114 here, Dury's here in Glendale. Only got the swamp cooler, no AC. Oh, well, I feel like you got swamp ass just besides swamp cooler out there. Pause for the cause. Yeah. If you're out there 114 degrees and no AC, my guy, you're like, you just sitting in moisture at this point as the Strowman Express rolling through, but still R-Truth out here tearing his shirt off, all of that. So we've got the Stro-Truth Express rolling through right now here. As now R-Truth's playing sick on people, but still Strowman's now gone away. He's gone asunder here. So this could still be to where you get like a Finn Balor or anybody like that sneaks up a win here as he's, dapping it up and celebrating with the crowd here is, yes, Finn there with a shotgun dropkick. Do we get a blind tag to Miz? I do not know. Train move is awful. Yeah, Nick, would you want to see Braun versus Oba or Oba versus Moose? I would rather see Oba versus Moose 100% before I'd rather see that. As we get Finn, like I said, we had the weapons of mass distraction out here of Finn out here and catching the pinfall victory here. And now this is where you've got Miz kind of beside himself of spiking up his already spiky hair of what am I doing here? Braun got chased off, so that's why he wasn't involved. So we're starting to break down these, babyface teams that we had coming out of WrestleMania. Now we've got Pierce and Punk backstage. We've got the 2 P's of power. The man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. 201 Judgment Day. Miz got that look. Well, speaking of man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. How you feeling, sir? How you feeling?
Scheduling a meeting next week between Punk and Drew. See if we can have a professional moment and make a match.
Yeah, because that's going to go well.
I like it.
Please, Braun Strowman, destroy Miz and R-Truth.
I like it. If you fuck with Drew, you're not getting your match.
Fair enough. Well, it's got to be the same, though, for Drew even.
Yeah, it will be.
But this reminds me of, like, when you Attitude Era, when you had, like, Austin Triple H to where they couldn't touch each other. Yep. So, like, I'll stun Stephanie and everything just to fuck with you. I know you can't touch me and I can't touch you, but I'm going to touch everybody around you just to fuck with you.
100%. I like it. I mean, again, and they're building it up where we're trying to get our match. You want a match, he wants a match. Let's have a match, but you guys can't. If either you fuck up, we're not doing it.
Right. Drew going to Punk's house next week. Could happen. Could happen.
Dom kills me. Why are you doing this to me?
Benny is saying questions.
Answers? It's what we provide.
You have to ask the questions before we can provide answers, sir.
Should we just answer random ones, or do you got specific ones?
Well, yay or nay, Rhea returns tonight. We'll just do rapid fire of just random questions.
Yay, especially with the Damian tease. Where are you at?
Yes or no, Heat Wave was better than Money in the Bank?
I rated it slightly higher, yes, on a scale.
Top show right now on WWE Weekly Television, Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown?
Raw might have the edge lately. And then again, blood in the balls.
What we've got with the Wyatt Sicks.
Well, no, but then you think about the bloodline shit that's been so good.
Yeah.
So I'd say maybe the last couple weeks, SmackDown might edge it back out there. They're seesaw battle.
You're not my tribal chief.
Yeah, hard to be against that.
The there you are.
Larry, CM Punk has been ordered to pet you. Pause.
What?
How do you feel about Hangman and Swerve?
I think it's like you said it earlier, and I think it's kind of really become Hangman versus Omega was initially the best feud and the best story that AEW's done. Hangman versus Swerve might be the second best. Outside of MJF just being MJF. Like, you can't even fully put your finger on it of like him just being an asshole, because him the devil, him babyface, kangaroo show, all of that. But yeah, Hangman versus Swerve was like your number 2.
Yeah, no, I think they've done well. I mean, I'm okay with them kind of running it back, and we'll see how it works. And maybe this is a chance where the Elite help Hangman win, and that sets up Blood and Guts. It's going to be like Swerve and the Acclaimed and a surprise versus the Elite.
Fair enough. Well, I think Hangman could get soaked into that just because of Swerve's on the other side. So fuck you. Like, he's just a bull that sees red. I must end this man. Like, that's why I think he's clearly winning the Owen. I think that's why we're probably going to get. So you can almost even shape up the all-in card right now of him versus Swerve, MJF versus Ospreay, probably the Acclaim versus the Bucks if they go that long with it. Yeah, you can even start to shape up the all-in card a bit.
A little bit. Swerve's title reign has been so random. It's been a little lackluster. I know some people said the Ospreay match made Swerve, but I think there was so much at the end of that that was fucked that I didn't love it.
It's his title reign has been kneecapped. I've said this 100% multiple times on this channel of every time that they to me, the ultimate statement with this, if they felt cool and felt comfortable with him being world champion, just not him in the main event.
Right.
Not been presented as a main event champion, as a main event talent at all, and he's your world champion.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, Nick. That's a very good assessment.
Benny saying, I agree. Boston, I like that with both shows, though. You have this back and forth between the Drew, Seth, Punk stuff on Monday and the Bloodline stuff on Friday. Yes, both shows have their individual feels finally.
Yeah, and again, like there was a run there where Raw was really cooking and SmackDown was a little subdued. Then you get this Bloodline stuff amps up, and it that's how it's supposed to be. It's a really nice seesaw battle.
I tune into Monday Night Raw. I know I'm getting.
Oh shit,
bro!
Yo, we're getting
all right. I know people have said things about this. This might be going that line. Like, you see that line, and he might have gone.
Damien, look, Porky style. No, that's cool.
That's cool.
That's the old throwback to Triple H and Trish.
Yeah, but she's out here laughing about it, bro. She's like the hot two girl, just with a title belt. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this might have getting extra provocative. This is going Netflix Attitude Era.
The fully clothed leg stretch was a little too much for you, my guy.
I'm not saying it was too much, but I could see how people would say it's too much. Like, I see where the line is going to go.
That's cool. That's crazy. They weren't like in their fucking skivvies or anything.
Bro, there ain't nothing wrong with a little bumping ride.
Well, I mean, both of them are consenting adults as the bonus on this one. Yeah,
bro, you know that the internet and especially Twitter's weird. So I anticipate already that that's going to go sideways online. But no, it's still I get it. I like it. And I said it's still, to me, that's that. I get it. I understand it. I enjoy it. That's your Netflix kind of vibe, 100% and everything. That's your Monday Night Raw Attitude Era, like you said, to where we even had the controversial. Remember when we had the Trish Stratus with the mask and the TO?
Here we go. Sorry to interrupt, Nick.
Yes, go ahead. Shut up. Everybody quiet. Everybody shut up. There's Bo. Catching fire in his mouth. He's got the whole world in his hand. Yeah, I'm dead. Copyright. I took those no one wanted.
Here's the swear. I think watch Finn. Finn might be the guy. I gave them a purpose. Now that's intent.
There's a halfway to where I don't even know if it was an actual shot of Wyndham Wyatt, but it like cut and everything, and it had him like pulled back, and I don't know if it was Bo or Bray, but it fucking was incredible.
Look, this is good.
So we're hyping up Gacy right now here. Oh, and
Yeah.
now so we're literally going through each member of being a glutton for punishment doesn't make them any da 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 da. And we've actually got Dexter out here, grew out the hair, isn't just kind of just, you know, spooky Sam Shaw anymore.
And Nikki. Yes. See that? Okay.
We must set the captives free.
This is good.
But I like that it's this whole split personality between him and Howdy. Bro, right there.
Yeah.
I got fucking chills right there, my guy, because I was like, oh my God, that's fucking Bray. Like right there with the way he looked, they popped in the dress and everything. I'm goose pimples shaking right now because I was like, holy fucking shit, that's Bray.
Yeah. I'm right with you, Boston. This is what we were saying earlier, just up the game, and this is fucking intense.
That literally.
I just pooped a little.
Just a little bit. Just a little.
Like, everybody out. I have to poop.
No, seriously, like that was the closest of like, holy shit, I just saw a ghost live on TV. Of like, that was Bray right there. That was Wyndham. That was, yeah, that I got chills. They're multiplying.
Holy poor fucking Pierce.
This man can't catch a break. He's got to be changing through 3 shirts a night. I want to know what Pierce uses as an antiperspirant. Can we get sponsored by that? Because this man's under the most stress and is never out here caught slacking.
Yeah, and they said the perfect thing in that video. It's time to let him free, and that's what I want. Let's start running amok. You don't need a story. You don't need you already have the story. You don't need to jump into a big angle, but start fucking some people up again.
Yeah, well, it's very much how even you would have it with Bray of, run.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Pierce needs as an assistant.
Chelsea Gray.
Oh.
Holy shit.
It's Bo.
Wow. Bo Dallas is sitting in Adam Pearce's office. Strap the gun and strap the fuck in, folks. Again, I got chills. They're multiplying.
Hey, I got to give him full marks. Asking ye shall receive on that one. As Elia coming out, folks. Taylor Rotunda, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy sitting in Adam Pearce's office.
Can I just say a thing at this point, and people can get mad at me and call me a shill if I say this. WWE is cooking at a point like this, at this point, that they need to be actively trying to fuck shit up for them to fuck shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Like at this point, all engines full blast out here. We cut from Bo Dallas in Adam Pearce's, locker room after he's dealing with shit backstage and everything, to Ilya Dragunov about to take on Braun Breaker. Like, it's a wealth of riches. That cup runneth over, and we yet to still want to complain because we don't have a second cup to fill.
Yeah. And I think that some of the things that people find to like, oh, well, this one, yeah, you know what? Out of X amount of, production hours, it wasn't perfect. There was a couple mistakes made in there. Yeah. But there's so much good shit that's just cooking. Like, again, you have to be quite the cynic to not find something you like. And in addition to that, I mean, again, like we just said, the Bray Wyatt storyline had this peak, and then it lulled a little, and I was worried that are they going to lull too long? And like we said, give us something. And they did. Boom, here you go. Week 3, here's an elevation of the story. Banged it out of the park. Perfect on what we as a fan base, I think, we're hoping for. And that was wicked. So well done.
Well, and it's still, though, that's such a great touch of I like this stuff. Thy cup runneth over, taking this shit to the biblics, 100%. But that it's already so great, and it's already so going with the VHS tapes and everything like that. And literally, still, I had the Dwayne goosebumps and everything like that, because I swear to God, there was a time or two I was like, that's just Bray right there. Like, that's hologram Bray, just like they did hologram Tupac and everything.
Right.
And then to see that fully snap back around to where Bo Dallas is sitting in Adam Pearce's office. And again, we've heard the discussion that they're not going to go full fantastic, full mystique, full, supernatural with this. And it's just one of those of, what the fuck's he got to say now? Like, the last time that he would have been potentially involved is when he was massacring all of Gorilla Position.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well done. Really good video package. Again, we're getting more of the other people, so absolutely happy about that. And again, then you don't expect Bo to be sitting in Pierce's office of all people. There he is, and so yeah, let's go. I thought that was great. I like this by Lady B. Rest in peace, Final Testament.
Yeah, it's all sad handshakes and head rolls for every spooky gimmick on the roster now.
Yep, and it'll be very interesting. I think that's why Cross has been more of like the jean jacket dude opposed to the creepy dude lately.
Oh, the one that's trying to convert Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods is in action tonight still, is he not?
Yes.
That's a thing?
Yes, as to where Cross was out there trying to go at Pierce of saying Kofi should be suspended or penalized because he was swearing at children or what have you.
Right. But yeah, man, we're rolling along, folks. We are in a commercial break. The show has been solid so far. So good as we're setting a whole lot of things up. Still more matches to come. Still more intrigue to happen as we get through this Raw tonight. But if you're just tuning in, Bo Dallas is with Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce, the hardest working guy in wrestling at this point. The man doesn't stop. He can't get a breather. Like, he must go home. Like, I fucking hate these people. One day he just has to have a meltdown. Start chair shotting everybody.
That's when he has this match and everything like that. Right, remember, he was almost going to take on Roman Reigns, but yeah, this man's got to be out here. He's got a cardiologist on fucking speed dial here. But yeah, no, I just randomly was talking about how good this Raw is. I just halfway in my brain was like, sweet Raw of mine. So good, so good, so good. No, this has just been fucking cooking. Like, even the lows now don't feel that bad because you've had that much that countered it.
Right. Well, no, I agree with that. And that's what I said. Like, people will like, well, they botched in this match. We got 3 hours of content, and yeah, there was some mistakes made, but it's like this whole show sucks because this isn't right. But so much of the shit's cooking. Drew and Punk, you already went through the list, dude. Like, there's so much as we're getting Damage Control, by the way.
Right.
And the pace of this show is crazy for a 3-hour show. And
well, that's been the biggest benefit, that Raw's really figured out their pace and what works for them doing it 3 hours.
Yes.
It's so crazy to think that it took them almost 30 plus some odd, God knows how many years to figure out the fucking pacing for a 3-hour show, but they finally figured it out and it works.
Okay, wait. A couple of people said this, and I just kind of clicked by it because the chat's busy. But they teased Joe Hendry on Raw. I did not see that.
They're saying that because they showed the NXT highlights and everything. The most I've seen is where they were showing the heatweight stuff, and people are caught that. And yeah, from my understanding, Joe Hendry is about to pretty much be the focal point of the TNA NXT crossover, so we could either potentially see to where Joe Hendry loses at Slammiversary, setting him up to go after Ethan Page, or we get a situation to where we've got TNA champion versus NXT champion.
All right, solid little package from Damage Control, folks. Them trying to establish themselves. EO definitely come to the forefront as the leader, which is interesting. Where we talked a lot about Dakota. What?
Said she kind of always was. She was the champion.
Dakota was like the mastermind for a little bit there, where they were trying to pay her as kind of
She's the only one that could speak English, we thought.
Yeah, but EO's really pushed herself forward.
To where she was out there, Damage Control, and she just loses her mind. No!
Here comes Braun Breaker. Is everyone in agreement that Sammy's going to fuck this up?
No, fuck.
I agree.
Man's out here with the fucking kind of summertime stripes and everything. But that's the thing, is to think about it, that this is a match that they can have for free on television that is still developing a storyline. And I know some people be like, well, they could have OC versus Jungle Boy. Cool. Right. Well, what's the story? What's the connection? What's the fucking relevancy versus this that gets you invested before the bell is even rung?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good, man. You're anticipating, like, ding, ding, let's go. Like, no different than when you're watching, UFC or a boxing match where, you know the story. You want to get to it. Let's go. Let's start swinging. And
when you built it up to where you know that this fucking match, this fight should be good.
Yes. Braun looks like an Oompa Loompa.
No, he looks like zebra stripe gum.
Braun has
the pack of gum that's notorious for tasting amazing for 10 seconds and then trash and newspaper clippings for the next fucking however long.
Yeah. Is there any reason why the music seems to change from NXT to WWE? Like, why is it not just the same as it was?
Jeff Rebel.
Like, is that what it is? Like you can't, like, I don't get it. Like, he had a perfectly good entrance.
They just trash, my guy. Like,
it's weird. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hops over.
Right.
Eats a clothesline though for his business, but hops over the spear.
I can't see Moose losing at Slammiversary. I'm betting against Moose. I'm sorry.
That's the thing is, folks, take a snapshot of this moment and this match right now, because in about 3-4 years time tops, this is going to be a main event, a top tier match at a WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
So again, embrace this shit when this is free on TV and you're seeing them still work through this shit, versus when this is fucking top tier guys. These are guys that are competing for world titles.
Mm-hmm. Ricochet will screw Braun at SummerSlam. Oh. I'm on the record. I felt that if Ricochet didn't show up at Money in the Bank, Ricochet's gone.
Would you rather keep Ricochet or sign Ricky Starks? As we go to commercial break, as Braun dumps Ilya or pushes him out there on the outside here.
That's a hell of a question, but I'm taking Starks.
Fair.
I'm going with the personality. No offense to Ricochet, great guy. But yeah, it's the character, it's the charisma.
And I cut someone else to sign both, but yeah.
Yeah, no shit, right? I'm back in the commercial break. We haven't been counting the commercials tonight, but there's been a lot.
Right, yeah, no Curtis out here. Okay, so then let Ricochet walk, sign Starks, or sign Penta.
I think I'm still going Starks. I like Penta a lot, but I think I'm taking Starks. I think the upside, the ceiling is higher on Starks.
Fair enough. Now I'm trying to think of like what other options could be out there.
Braun's Breaker.
Braun, yeah. What else is out there? I'm trying to think. Sign, go through everything else that I've named, or re-sign Mustafa Ali.
Oh, I don't care for Mustafa. So
okay. So I'm trying to think of, is there anything right now like sign Alex Hammerstone? Is there anyone out there right now that you would take or WWE signing over Ricky Starks?
Well, I mean, again, if you could get your hand on, there's some big names out there, right? Like if a Kenny was available or an Osprey, but
shit. Yeah.
But
we're fantasy drafting, yeah. Active free agents that you
there's
know
got to be
of.
somebody there that I'd be like, oh, I take
Motor
that guy.
City.
MCMG is a good shout. I still think
we just got Jacob. We're probably gonna get Hikaleo. Josh Alexander's not a free agent. Maxwell just
maybe.
What? Jeff Cobb?
I love Jeff Cobb. So
I would still take Ricky over Jeff Cobb. Like, that's the thing. Is the hard thing with Ricky is he's got the personality that can match the ring. Like,
yeah,
even if Jeff Cobb might be better in ring and better impressive and everything like that than Ricky, but he's got the mic skills that can cover anything that he can't do in the ring.
Yeah. No, 100%. And that's the thing. I just feel like Ricky has a chance to be another one of those guys that carries the
Joe Hendry or Starks. Joe Hendry or Starks. Is she Daniel said he said John Henry, so I'll take it as Joe Hendry. Hendry or Starks.
Sorry, Starks. Joe edges this one out. Yeah. Joe's got such an upside.
I'll say his name.
It's hard not to.
You get to ride the momentum wagon, but then again, that's also the thunderbolts you've got to ride of. You either got to ride it and see it out, or you fuck it up. Like, does he have to instantly be a champion at some point because of the momentum and the lightning here?
I think bringing him in, no, just because you can bring him in and his gimmick.
But if you're building on him, like if you sign him,
you put him on.
You sign Starks. Starks doesn't need to be a champion.
No. And I don't think Joe needs to be right away. Like, he'd have some really good, like, mid-card feuds, like an IC mid-card kind of thing, until he works his way to championship.
Oh, so you're going all the way to main roster. Okay. But as we're back in action, we've got a bit of a
line for sure.
NXT. But we've got a little bit of a bow and arrow here from Ilya and Braun as Ilya's fighting back up through out of it. Apparently, Jordan's TNA contract ends in January. That might be why Anthony's out there, spoiler alert, picking Ash over Jordan, but we'll see.
What are they doing with Baron Corbin? That's a great question. We don't know. He's a pirate.
They're lost to sea. Who do you see?
I got a jar of dirt.
Right. But you have heard of me.
As both men just swinging at each other, you have heard of me.
Right. Oh, that's so fucking interesting. Of like the step up in Zaguri, but to the back of the head.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah, have fun with fucking headaches now, Braun.
Cobb and Bronson actually had a good feud.
Oh, absolutely. In New Japan. That's literally that's Squirtle and Blastoise just having a feud together.
Right, I thought you were going to say
evolved form meets evolved form, and they're all the evolved form of Braun Breaker out here. Braun Breaker evolves into Jeff Cobb, and Jeff Cobb evolves into Bronson Reed. That's how this fucking trilogy works.
Tiffany needs to be women's champion. She about to be.
She will probably once Nia fucks up Bailey and doesn't win.
Yeah, that's my vibe. I feel that way too, sir. Dragging on with Braun. Braun, look, I love that he's reaching for the ropes.
Just pawing. Just please help me. Eats a powerbomb, and then this is setting up for the super H-bomb. That's the thing is, it's always nice when you have somebody that's got a finisher or anything like that they can hit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You get an RKO. You can get an H-bomb. You can get, as the drop in senton. But like the stomp, you can almost kind of hit out of nowhere. The sweet chin music.
Yeah.
Choke slam, you can kind of pop it out of nowhere.
Nice. Good match here on Raw, folks. We're rolling through.
Right. Dragunov needs knee pads. No, you gonna tell that man he needs knee pads? He gonna make you eat that shin.
You tell him.
Yeah, you tell him. You're brave. Go ahead, act like you're grown.
Right. This is awesome chance, Nick. Oh, wow.
What the fuck was that?
That was a cabbage patch knee, my guy. Cabbage patch knee.
That was just surprise. Bigger toss, though, a little bit of Braun tossing up Ilya into the kind of rib breaker there, or Oba just ragdolling F5 tossing Wesley.
Right. Oba, buddy. That was ridiculous. You got to figure. I mean, Wesley's not the biggest guy, but what is he? $135, $150? And he just chucked him like an ninja star. Like,
that literally everybody's out there of like, this is what you do with like your stuff. He's like, the first time you've ever been a little kid and like, I'm gonna be a wrestler and I'm gonna hate to move. You do some shit like that. If you just toss that motherfucker like no other.
Right. As Ilya gets pushed into the turnbuckle, going to the top, he's bleeding from the leg.
It's just scary that an adult human being can do that with another adult human being. Like it's nothing. Yeah, what did he fucking pop a pimple or something? Pick a scab? Like
got himself shaving, guys. Oh, Braun walking away from the drop kick.
Is that his Samoa Joe spot?
Yeah.
Oh, dumps out Ilya. And this is where, folks, if you used our hashtag not sponsored Manscaped, you could avoid a cut on the shin like we out here of shaving just a little too close and everything.
Be smooth without all the nicks.
Exactly. This is no way of us. We're going to clip this and just send it to them or anything like that. But again, by the way, hashtag not sponsored. We're going to fucking come out with the Wrestling for Life razors. They just don't work. That's why you grow a beard, motherfuckers.
That's it, right?
it's just the stick. It's just the handle.
Your package, you open it up, you get a little jar of fucking
beard oil. That's what we need is a fucking Wrestling for Life beard oil.
Oh my God.
Yo.
And somebody complimented Ilya's selling. He's so intense, but this is brutal. And
you can literally see blood on the fucking mats. He's doing the Danielson sell, which I kind of hate.
Straight. He sab-booed him with a desk chair. It's not polite.
He's up there. He's doing the Braun Strowman. Remember, the only other person we've seen do that was Braun Strowman.
It was the best.
It was him, Joe, Strowman, and
Here comes Sammy. And then again, I know we kind of debated the Braun situation, but I think a lot of this gets Braun his heat back coming out of that loss.
He wouldn't have lost heat if he didn't lose.
But he did lose.
If he would have won, right? Fuck off with that. Well, but he did. But cool. We didn't have to do that. If he would have won, he would have stayed with everything he had and been tenfold.
This fun story happening right now.
You could have this of Sammy just, I want my belt back, bitch.
No, Sammy losing, Sammy out. Let Braun chase.
He's been chasing
for a couple weeks.
And
it's a really quick turnaround as he's just fucking
he's a pretty big badass. He kind of
hold on, dude.
Shout out Jason Jordan out here, my black son.
Raw has been chaotic all night long, folks.
We've got little Petey Pump. Jason Jordan is, So he's just standing dominant over. Look who has the higher ground now, Anakin.
Yeah, look who's a badass. That loss does not hurt him.
Look who could have won it and should have won it and could have been doing this as the fucking champion of This Is My Kingdom now, motherfucker.
The champion. Now it's justified rage because he didn't win the belt. If he wins it, he'd be a lot more subdued right now.
Bullshit. I still wasn't in the King of the Ring. Now I was this intense that this is what got me here. So now I didn't need to stay this intense, if not tenfold.
Him chasing is perfect. And right now,
I think that's the biggest party foul out of Money in the Bank that no one's talking about. It. Braun Breaker should have won.
No way. Put some respect on Sammy.
I did. And then it should have gone away. It should have gone the Braun Breaker's way.
Sammy on a run. SummerSlam. If you're going to have that big title change, you want a big moment for Braun Breaker? SummerSlam.
Yeah, because Money in the Bank was a big moment. Backlash.
It's not nearly as big as what SummerSlam's going to be.
So you couldn't have had a Braun Breaker versus Amelia for the title and have that be a huge moment.
That's a completely different direction. You said Sammy would be chasing him. So
I just said Sammy won't have the title by then.
By SummerSlam? No, he'll still have it.
Well, he shouldn't have. I'll say that.
We'll run it back. I know you don't like Sammy though. Nick is finally right about Braun. There you go. There you go.
And then followed by, sorry, Nick, I'm 100% with KJ about Braun.
That's what we love. That's what we love about this chat.
Yeah, we're fully up to the open minds and everything. Trust me, we don't agree. Y'all don't agree. Yeah. It's just a collective. We take a collective wrestling opinion out here.
Y'all act like Braun was out here fucking destroying everybody for a year.
Because he was. He was
here. And he was he lost more.
Well, we've got Pat with the teleprompter just out here, all up on the live, seeing the eye lines and the sight lines. So we got to stop all this broad nonsense because we got to know about circles and X's and O's. This is the Spider 2Y banana.
Look at Tom. Like that's not so.
Look at Damian. He's smiling at first, and then Fizz, huh? JD, cover my face, and Carlito's like, nice.
That's cool.
That is literally 100% of someone who has been around fraternities and everything, and lived in a house where you've got multiple male roommates and everything like that. That is 100% valid to a T. Sorry, not sorry. Hate to admit it that we act like primates, but that is 100% how males act.
Right. It's so funny. They're the worst. Your friends are the worst.
Right. We're not saying we're good, but that's just it's fact. It's 100% legit. As we've got what the fuck was happening here is so Io comes out backwards, Dakota comes out frontwards, Kairi comes out frontwards, then turns backwards, then back frontwards. What the fuck?
Yeah, there you go. So again, I love it. The chat's really split on this Braun Breaker thing. And like I said, I mean, again, I think it's, to me, you have to value Sami Zayn. And that's what Triple H said in the press conference.
Do it, still do it, but not one haluva kick. Clean.
Oh, he'll be fun. Look, again, nobody's thinking about that haluva kick right now. Everyone's thinking about the fact that Braun just destroyed both of them. He really is. Pat McAfee is a national treasure. As we go back in a commercial break, folks.
As we get in the hype up for Bad Blood and Atlanta ATLs, we've got Metro Boomin and Cody Rhodes in a crossover that who had that on their 2024 wrestling bingo card.
They couldn't put Cody in a hoodie or something for that particular scene. He has to be in the suit still, no matter where he goes.
No, he's 100%. He's playing the serious investigator and everything like that. He's
like
the
American
Dad. Binoculars. It's the fucking typical, Starsky and Hutch type shit. You've got the serious guy and the unserious about the fucking Chinese food and binoculars.
Cody's like American Dad, like Good Morning USA.
Bro, we've ever compared him to Homelander and everything like that. He's 100% Good Morning USA.
Oh, shit.
I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day. Richard popping out what you said, 420. I'm 100% on board with everything Trips is doing right now. Botches happen, who cares? Debatable.
I'm with you, 420. He's kicking ass. I like this one, Nick. Man, KJ and Nick are the best duo. I love their ideas and what should happen or not. That's what we do here. That's why we let everyone
try again. We even got the socials and everything like that. So Papa Paul, not Scott Demore, Tony Khan, whoever, if you want to hire us on your creative team and everything, we got you, my guy. We got you with ideas. We can storyboard like a motherfucker.
Man,
just give us a pack of vitamins and a little bit of time. We got you.
Tony, we would do it for free. I know Bully already offered, but we do it
right.
6 months. That's all we want. We turn this shit around.
I know we don't maybe have as much history as bully, but we got you. We actually are. We're fans. We don't have allegiances. We don't have legacy contracts or anything like that, or legends deals.
Invite him to, there you go. There you go. Why doesn't Sammy invite him to the comedy show? Okay, that'd be interesting.
I'm waiting for a second that you get an actual, like, a real footage situation to where he just fucking invades it and spears this motherfucker during it. Like, that's the thing, is I think they're gonna have. We've seen them already be good and use social media as a tool to build storylines. So they're teetering and they're managing to get back to a little bit to where they can throw into that realism to where a real life thing, what have you, of Braun shows up at a comedy event and destroys Sammy, what have you, interrupts the show, anything like that. And that, runs through Twitter for the next 2 or 3 days and draws attention and builds to the storyline.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%. He's giving Mercedes too much money for y'all to get, for not getting something. I got you. That's too funny. No, I just want to try to show we could do it.
We're just humble servants.
First order of business. Jericho, goodbye.
You can, right. Now, if we get the assignment from Tony, I need you to fire Jericho.
I'm in.
All right, sir. I've been waiting for this. Can I record it?
Right. Put those ones up and acknowledge you guys. Kyle, we appreciate it.
Absolutely, 100%. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Share it with the world. You're doing a disservice to your friends if you're not out there. You're spreading the good gospel of the Wrestling for Life Network out there. We're covering anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. And Christ, if even WWE's acknowledged us, why the fuck you ain't? Not to sound aggressive with that, but to also sound aggressive.
Right.
#Grr Monday.
Speaking of the documentary, I got a call back or the little package for the documentary on the screen now. As we're coming out of another commercial break, we still got more to go, folks. Lots to talk about. And again, somebody suggesting Damage Control might break up. Does Rhea Ripley return tonight? I think she does.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, we're running through this. A side note of returns and debuts and what have you that we haven't fully talked about. What do you think about Hall.Graham from Collision? Have you not seen this? Sorry,
run it by yet.
Caucasian man with boy band haircut jumps through portal on Collision in a video package to where they're acting. It's all futuristic and it's Hall.Graham. And
I had not seen it.
Fair enough. And then it comes through and it's dude looking like Go Power Rangers. Very much like you don't get a full visual, but everybody's for the most part thinking it's Aerostar. I've seen some people
Aerostar.
This is how it's going to be Prince Puma. Yeah, because Prince Puma looks like a Caucasian white guy. I've seen people think it's Sammy Guevara. I've seen people think it's TJ Perkins. I kind of halfway thought it could have been Kushida of, Time Lord, all of that. Yeah.
Thing.
The gear afterwards in the second part of it, he either is very much a Power Ranger or he's Aerostar, because that's the only two it is.
Who gives a fuck about Aerostar? No offense.
But you're gonna do a video package, so it makes it seem cool. Because trust me, I could ask the same thing right now with the Final Testament of where are we at this point of who gives a fuck about the Final Testament?
A lot more people care about the Final Testament than they do about
I don't know, because my guy, it's starting to seem a little bit of we just put a video package and we tie them to the New Day, and all of a sudden I'm supposed to give a shit.
It's been interesting. They've at least got me paying attention.
Like, not good.
It hasn't been bad either. It's just been there.
It's not bad. It's not good. It's just indifferent. They're the indifferent testament. They're not the final one. They're the indifferent. They're irrelevant, indifferent, benevolent fucking testament.
Cross is talking about Cena.
Cross looks like he fucking needs a shave.
Does anyone know what Nick is talking about with the Collision story?
Yeah. See, yeah.
I'm sure people do. I didn't see it.
Go Power Rangers, the final testament of my patience. Absolutely.
I should whoop your ass.
I wasn't making shit up. Trust me. I know I'm on the vitamins and all of that, but I ain't making shit up.
I honestly didn't see it, though. I just knew the rumor of like, oh, it's going to be Ricochet, but apparently it was a very light-skinned person.
Oh, they were very much fair complected, but Scott Gifted membership are here for the Wrestling for Life. So absolutely shout out, my guy. Appreciate you, Scott.
What a German. As we're getting a replay for Money in the Bank, the women's match.
I like how you follow that up with that, because I was about to say, after you were like, what a German, I was like, Gunther? Even though he's Austrian, but yes. Oh, that's still the most holy. Which is a bigger holy shit spot? The Michinoku driver from EO on the Zoe, or
so he just landed on
Chelsea taking the double table spot on the outside. That's, to me, they're both holy shit.
Yeah. And seen a lot of the Zoe Starks. Oops, I hit my head going around.
Oh, she's out there. Like, there's fans of like, I can't believe that she did this. She's like, I need a coffee and a fucking, massage. Can you come for me? Can you cost me? Can you spare me that here? But we've got fucking Celtic JoJo Siwa coming out right now.
You're pretty bang on there. But we got the EDM girls coming out.
Oh, so we've got the backup dancers.
Yeah, we got the bird lady in the
bring it to the flow.
That's all we're missing.
She's got her own little fucking caca. Now I'm just thinking of I watched the video of that fucking Siwa out there chugging Fireball, and it was like washing paint.
It's Birdie and the Jets, Nick.
Birdie and the Jets.
A lot of people, YouTubers, are calling Triple H with his shit booking Money in the Bank. I don't know the context, but I'm just saying a lot of people are upset with him. Send them our way. We'll have a conversation. We'll see how it goes. I'm curious. Money in the Bank.
And do those people have JD or anything like that at the start?
Are they wearing AEW apparel while criticizing?
Right. Are you talking about Maeve Deltzer or anything like that?
Stark's debut when Page vs. Spears happens. Tony Khan will have a coronary. I think Ricky Stark's debut is going to be big. And we're fighting. What are your predictions
before it happens? Or do you just let it happen? Like, do you have him out there, doing the "you've been struck by," he's doing the Stark silhouette or anything, or do you just let it happen?
I'm a little nervous he might lose that entrance song, and that entrance song is perfect. Like, the Revolution will be televised. Like, let's go.
Right.
They
brought over Jades.
Fair enough. True. Polly want a cracker?
Why? As now we've got the tag into Dakota, so we've got Dakota and Kayden Carter tagging a fucking chance encounter. I'm now literally fucking mixing up the names that we call them of Katana Chance and Kayden Carter. Because she was before the American Ninja Warrior when she was out here with the Ricochet before Samantha Irvine and everything. To where she had the Super Rumble spot, to where she's out there fucking like military crawling herself up the fucking ring post on the outside.
Team Bird Lady is
Tasty Catanzaro. There we go. Jesus.
A double step up. Beautiful.
Yeah.
The Wyatt Sick sucks. What a duck. Kira, I can't go with you on there. I disagree strongly.
Explain. You can't just say statements and not explain. We explain, you explain.
Damage control are boring and need to break up. Wow, the leader of the Hopium tribe had enough.
I don't really think that. I think it's interesting to see where they're going with it. It seems like they're very much now at this point, it's how do we get Dakota into a spot?
Yeah. They kind of shuffled, and we're giving them a little bit of a chance with the current kind of makeup of it. But I don't know, man. Try to give them something here as we go to commercial break on the
thrusting spot.
On the wiggle spot. The wiggle spot.
The wiggles, yeah.
Right.
I would worry that if they didn't have damage control, that these three women could potentially get lost in the shuffle of the women's division.
Good. Absolutely.
Like this is a little bit of a flotation device.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I could see that. I'm ready to see Roman. I hope he comes back at SummerSlam. He's coming back soon, one way or the other. We're just not sure when, but it could be SummerSlam.
Yeah, and I'm going to just say this. I don't know how you feel, but I don't really like that we saw footage of Roman at like his father's funeral services and everything like that. Like that to me, that feels dirty. Like
it definitely feels
that's
dirty.
One of those of that's a fucking private moment. Can you just respectfully fuck off for a little bit with that?
Yeah.
Like we don't need to know that. We don't need to see that. I never wanted to have that across my timeline. Like I don't personally give a shit enough to care. And it's one of those of I wouldn't want someone to watch any sort of funeral service I'm at. So why the fuck would I want to watch someone else's?
Right. No, I get that for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just space. Some things are off limits, but not a fan of the spooky magic stuff. Now, here's the thing. Do you not commend them? For me, it's less spooky. It's spooky, don't get me wrong, but it's not ghost. Other than the snaps to like a Bray or a Fiend. But to me, it's about the cult. It's about, the multiple personality. It's not so much magical. Now there's the lights out element to it, but they are trying to play the more of a horror than fantasy.
But it's also still, we'll see how it snaps into it, because even this is, I think, the most realistic moment that we had, even when we had Bray out there, because it was always Bray by himself, and he'd be talking to a video or the door or what have you, to where you've got Bo showing up in Adam Pearce's office. Mm-hmm. I want to see what that is, because that's one of those of now he's interacting like truly in the realm. This isn't a Twitch stream. This isn't a VHS or anything. This is he's at the show and he's in Pearce's locker room. What's going on?
Yeah, what's next? What does this mean? Is he looking to get it?
That's tangible. That's reality right there.
Yeah. Wyatt Sicks doesn't give me paranormal vibe at all. More of a cult. That is good at editing videos. Yeah, facts. They're very technical.
Don't drink the Flavor Aid. Don't drink the Flavor Aid, folks.
Right. But no, I agree. It hasn't been a whole lot of the supernatural. To me, it's more of a Purge vibe, a Strangers vibe, like that kind of. There you go. Kind of
the Strangers. Well, we all know what that was halfway based on,
right?
Yeah, so why are you here? Because you were home.
Yeah, man, and that's scary shit. To me, that's scarier than a ghost. Like,
well, you know that's all based on Helter Skelter and everything like that. Was a bit, I've been through that, but
but imagine like that's
so crazy.
Yeah, to me, that's more fearful, especially as you get older. The idea of like a ghost is a ghost. We'll be fine. But the idea of like just a couple weirdos with an axe walking down the road.
The reality of how fucked we are as a society is a lot scarier than the fucking boogeyman that we make up.
Facts, man. Oh,
let's think about it's fucking undeniable that we've got some twisted fucks.
He'll have eyes vibes. I think we were going with here. Pre-Hill have vibes.
Smoke them vibes, my guy. I think is what Larry's doing as well.
Right. No, we probably won't have the Olympics in the background, but we'll let you know. Highly doubt it.
Yeah. We got the Vitamin Olympics going on in the background.
Right. Oh, we're getting the triple suplex spot. This match has been a little bit of filler.
A wee bit.
Yeah, I'm with you, Boston.
Oh, I like this though, of the 6 of the Devil's Rejects. I
like it.
Actually, one of, I think, the few Rob Zombie movies that I kind of enjoyed.
I love that movie.
I just like one Halloween, maybe The Devil's Rejects, like House of a Thousand Corpses. No,
I didn't mind it.
bad movie to watch on mushrooms, by the way.
Yeah.
But and then the second Halloween movie was trash.
Right.
Larry, Nick, yes, I am absolutely. Do you see women's US WWE title belt? We can talk about this after this. I've seen that topic going around, and too many belts. So
you don't think women's mid-card belts are? I thought you were on board with that.
You do one. Excuse me. You do one.
You do one
that goes across the brands, what have you, if you're going to do it at all. I still think that we're a ways away out from it because the guinea pigs, the NXT belt, and then we see how it works. We're still probably a year or two away.
Oh, I don't think we're that far away. That seems like
even if we aren't, we're Jesus as we go up over the top here. But you do one, you don't do two. You don't need second tiers. You dancing closer and closer to
one on each show.
ROH belts and New Japan belts and all these belts fucking being involved in everything and FTW, etc., etc.
Yes, Paul. There's the moonsault.
Oh, fucking low on the knees there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
There we go, folks.
But again, EO got the win, establishing she's the dominant one out of this.
You see this dude in the front row? Oh, wait a minute. We got company.
Who?
Oh, wow. Zoe
and yeah.
Let's go.
I was, for half a second, I was like, who the fuck are these guys? Oh, wait, they're women.
They're, Jesus Christ.
Without hearing all black, my guy. This is fucking the Matrix right now.
They are decimating Damage Control.
Oh, and Zoe's out here too. She didn't get the memo to wear all black.
No, she's the cream filling, buddy.
Oreo.
I like this. I like this a lot. Let's go. We were trying to figure out what to do with these.
We were talking about mid-card, mid-tier women's, pop up into the knee, right into.
Wicked.
I like how Sonya's kind of like, she's the leader here.
Yeah.
These are my two hired weapons here. She's the solo Sokoa to the Tongaloas and everything.
I like this. Like,
well, are we setting up for a trios title?
No, don't do that.
We're getting trios. We got Damage Control. We just had a trio there. We're getting a trio here. What are we doing? Are we setting up for tags and a mid? Or are we doing trios?
We're not doing trios. Fuck off with trios. No way. Kathy Kelly with Zelina and Ray.
Looking like the fucking menu options for your local ice cream man. If you can get your strawberry, kiwi, soft serve, or you can get your, frozen honey dip, all of that.
Right.
We don't have any of those, the bomb pops or the SpongeBob bars where the fucking gumballs are like fucking pellets. Like those shits were old musket rounds that they just stuck into ice cream.
Samoa Joe is about to send Jericho packing this Wednesday. I don't know. I feel like they're going to add another member to the learning tree.
Fuck off.
They're branching out again, motherfuckers.
Right. Well, I need to go all fucking Jim George Washington out here and just chop this motherfucking tree down.
Holy shit, I wish.
Well, Paul Bunyan.
As we go into commercial.
JV reminded me, yes, it's Dippin' Dots. Sorry.
Dippin'
The
Dots.
Dole Whip, motherfucker.
That look hurt. The first women North American title match just cooked, though, Nick.
Again, that's the tester. That's the fucking guinea pig. That's the fucking test tube. That's the fucking, what's the goddamn circular sample that they have and everything. But yeah, that's one of those, that's the test example. That's the fucking, we tried this out here and see how it goes here. Because if it fails there, it was NXT. Versus you do it on the main roster, especially if you do 2 titles across both brands, That's a big fuck up.
Yeah, but what do you think they're using? Like what are they getting from them? Like testing? Like I think they just know if they know. Like
no, because I think it's showing of if it can be sustainable to where you don't end up like a TK or anything, to where the TBS titles on, say, your biggest signee in Mercedes Moné as your world champions out there in the bosom buddies and everything, it almost feels secondary. So that's why I think it's one of those of you have to test it out a little bit and see how it goes, how it works with creative, how the audience feedbacks. Do they sway aside? Do they sway away or anything like that? Because like I said, we see it with AEW right now, and Mercedes is the big story, but she's the mid-card champion.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's definitely an interesting thing to navigate. I don't think we've talked a lot about it, having people come in, your big free agents, and take on a middle card belt. It doesn't jive with me very well. I don't like that approach. And again, I wonder, I think if they're looking at this roster with the depth, and if anyone's going to do it, Triple H is going to do it. I think there's enough going on. I kind of feel like they could do an IC and a US title women's version.
You do both, or do you do one that floats?
No, I like, because they've done a better job of keeping the brands feel unique. That I think you do separate.
But do you run the risk of, and it's still AEW is just the most bold example right now with this, of TNA's not without fault with it when they had GFW and everything like that, of you start to teeter towards the line of too many belts, and then your belts don't feel as relevant because you've got so many.
Yeah, I get that, and I just feel like it's part of the culture nowadays. Like even in sports, where they're like, "We need more teams to make the playoffs." You're like, "Motherfucker!" It's like you got to earn your way.
You can compete, but you don't fucking win the championship.
Everyone's got to get in. Well, there's 30 teams. Can 25 get in for the playoffs?
That's cool. You can be in the tournament, but you don't win the fucking championship. Don't come crying to me, Argentina, when you're out here in the first round because you weren't even supposed to be here to begin with. I'm okay with adding them to the playoffs, but they don't get a fucking trophy just for being there.
No, and that's where it feels like a little bit sometimes of like, well, everybody's got to have something, and it's like, no, we can just have really good mid cards that don't.
Everybody has something. That when people do have something, it feels like nothing.
Now, I would argue that WWE is ways away from AEW at this point, and I agree.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, I think they're running out of room, and I don't think they'll go much past the mid card.
But we didn't think they'd even be close to going here.
It'd been rumored for a long time. I thought maybe they would do like one show had a women's mid card and one show had a men's mid card. I thought that once upon a time.
That would be interesting. But which men's mid card do you scrap?
I don't know. See, that became the dilemma. Like, I thought you'd make it like the women's US title and then the men's IC title.
Ooh. Money in the Bank is the highest grossing WWE arena event in Canada. They got all the loonies, toonies, and the tiny toonies.
Showed up and showed out.
Right.
Someone asked if Damage Control's babyface. This is a babyface push for them, a nudge in the babyface direction for sure.
I think it's still
got murdered by the New Heel faction. That's why.
I think it's still heel right now.
But I mean, I think that's what they're.
It could get that, but we'll see.
Yeah, that they're fucking like three heels just came out and whooped them. So that would be the nudge.
They're like the Lady Shield.
Look in the back. Look in the back. Chad talking to the Creeds and Ivy.
At 100%. But yeah, this is like the Lady Shield. Fucking Shayna. Zoe. Fucking. I'm blanking on here, but yeah, this. You've got your Roman, you've got your Dean, you've got your Seth here.
Yeah. And they're three physically dominant women. Like, I think this is great.
They all have a combat background.
Yeah. And they're badass. Make them relevant.
Well, and it's also interesting because think about it of Sonya's got the experience of being a former GM and everything like that. So she knows the management side of she's the nice little mastermind. She's the head of this.
Yeah. She's the veteran. She's trying to, help the next generation. Oh, look who it is. Oh, shit. They're going to lose those belts. But good Lord.
It's so funny to me that Shayna's probably been doing this more than Sonya has, but Sonya's the veteran. But I think it's more of, like I said, she was the former GM. She was the former assistant to Adam Pearce, so she knows how to pull some strings, and she's still got connections. I still got connections to the DA's office.
I missed part of what you said because of what was on TV, and
you got distracted by ginger Scottish women.
That took a turn. Liv even looked good in a mugshot. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
As everybody's out there with you, though. Good God, that redhead. Good googly moogly.
Oh, we're getting a Gunther promo.
The new blood.
They've been selling us on Gunther hard. Let's go.
I'm so glad that this isn't at least in black and white footage and everything like that. Like, he's not sitting there on a podium with armies marching or anything like that.
We're good. That's yeah. They probably avoid that.
I mean, he's an Austrian man that's friends with Germans and turned on his Italian friend and has an infatuation for military outfits. I'm just saying, if he starts to grow a mustache, run.
Right. Did Rhea show up? Not yet, but we are getting a main event momentarily. We're getting a lot of stuff before it, though.
Yeah, but this is still fucking really good. And especially because Gunther, up until this, was really kind of the ring general of you didn't really hear him cut promos, you didn't hear him talk, he wasn't doing video packages or anything like that. But now you see him like around WrestleMania week, and he's out there on Pat McAfee's show talking shit back, and he's out here doing this. And we're going through when he turned from Walter to Gunther.
We're getting a cameo from Chubby Walter.
You put some respect on this man's name, because that's how we all fell in love with this motherfucker. We got upset when this man lost weight.
I don't care what anyone says. As badass as Gunther is, when he was full out Walter, it just seemed like there was a little more weight behind the impact,
No pun intended, but yes, pun intended. That man struck a different chord of its. That man, you felt like if Captain America came out, he might chop this man's fucking shield in two.
Right. Gustavo.
Right. Yeah, good.
Here we go. The return of Rhea Ripley, maybe, folks.
So we're setting up, though. So
look at the graphics for SummerSlam, bro.
Yeah, that's dope, though, if they're doing it. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Let's go.
We're going on Tenacious D. Can't you see he's a man? Let me hear you applaud. He is more than a man. He's a honeymoon. Face to face next Monday.
Gunther returns.
Yeah.
Bronson Sheamus.
We got big beefy boys slapping meat all the way around, folks. Next Monday, Drew McIntyre return.
Yeah, there we go.
So the suspension has been lifted.
No, not really. So what it is that conversation that they were going to talk to Drew about coming in and having a conversation. Now, if he behaves, they'll lift the suspension and let them have a match. If he doesn't behave, the suspension stands and Punk gets suspended too if he fucks around and finds out.
Okay.
So they're going to have a meeting next week to see if we can agree on a match professionally without fisticuffs.
I'm going to call shenanigans.
Why?
No, I'm just saying, if somebody's going to fucking throw hands at somebody here, this isn't going to go fucking well. This is going to be Donnie Brooks, everything. What?
Yeah, but it's the old, you'll lose your shot if you break this. Like, it was what we were talking about with Austin in the past and Triple H. Like, you can't touch it. Fuck this up.
Yeah, but okay. So then if it's that, I thought it was going to be, a little bit of, hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like? With all the Google on the wall? Because it might still be a little bit like that. Like he might punch out Larry,
right.
Just because The contract said I can't hit you, not them.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, again, that still remains to be seen, right? Like,
Yo, Liv is living her best life right now, and she even like. So how do I look?
You like my T-shirt?
All due respect, I know people are gonna go sideways with this. Find you a woman that looks at you the way that Liv Morgan looks at Dom Mysterio.
Right.
I'm just glad I found mine. Chin chin.
Right. Cheers.
But yeah, this is interessante, my guy.
Mm-hmm. Live and Dirty Dom win. Live and Dirty Dom win. I'm gonna ask chat real quick. Start a poll.
It was a rumor of Rhea sighting tonight on Raw. I give it 50-50 odds. Fair enough. And again, that's why we still always say, do not 100% get mad because they don't do what the dirt sheets or what some fucking Twitter account that's got 40 fucking followers said that you bought into or anything like that. Because 9 times out of 10, they've kind of shown that they still end up halfway making the right call. So don't be mad because they don't do what you book. Just let
it all the time.
Play out.
Mm-hmm. Now, this would be a really good place. And the fact that Liv and Dom are in the main event seems fitting. So hold on tight.
This is my brutality. Living dirty win. Oh, living on a prayer. Joe Hendry in that NXT promo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's their new nicknames, Living Dirty.
Living Dirty.
I'll get mad and you'll like it. Well, fair enough, Boston.
I'll tell you what you'll like.
What we have here is a failure to communicate. Sheamus versus Bronson Reed official for next week. Absolutely, absolutely.
As we are in another commercial break, I should remind everybody, tomorrow we got NXT, the fallout from Heat Wave. We're going to see what happens with Ethan Page, your new champion. Lots more to figure out. We're going to be here for that. Dynamite Wednesday, Thursday, Dirt Sheet Debate. We're going to dive into a bunch of the stuff that's happened lately. See if we can just yell at each other and come to some common ground about all the latest and greatest. Friday SmackDown, the weekend, more stuff coming through. And we are busy all summer long. Lots coming our way. So make sure you hit like and subscribe. And the best thing you can do is be a friend, tell a friend.
Absolutely, 100%. We're just getting tippy toes. We're setting up the plans and everything for pro wrestling throughout this whole summer. We've still got the All-In card getting set up. We've got SummerSlam getting set up. And again, we're out here for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Often imitated, never duplicated, never replicated. Up to something season, never sleeps. And still, we keep growing and the beat goes on. Da-dum. As we were just at 5K, I want to still say about a week or two ago. And now we're getting closer and closer and itching closer towards 6K subscribers. So 100% be a friend, tell a friend.
Absolutely. Dempsey on TNA Thursday. Yes, he will be.
Yes. Well, and now I feel like with Damon leaving WWE, it almost makes a little bit more sense of you're going to have him be probably more singles guy of what we kind of thought he should be.
Yeah, the group didn't make sense at all. So
no, it was just a cluster. It was, what was the group where it was Parker Boudreaux, the one dude with the fucking the fucking Scotty 2 Hottie hat flipped upside down and everything like that. Like it was the most fucking.
Yeah, you're talking about the what was it, the fucking trust fund kids or some shit?
Yes, that's what it was. It was this fucking trust fund. That group was fucking awful. It was just the most like collection of who gives a fuck, no one cares, and that's what unfortunately the quarter pound catch crew, the quarter pounder with cheese crew's been.
Right. What's next for Wesley? We will find out tomorrow. He will be addressing his future as he was unsuccessful again.
TNA.
Oh, Boston.
What are you saying? Up to seas never sleep. You say it quick. Up to something season never sleeps.
Did you
That's
sneeze?
what it is.
A sneeze? No.
Achoo. Yeah, no, not commander sneeze, not hachu, nothing like that. No, up to something season never sleeps. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the rest, you're able to put that full life with it. That's the whole fucking, I guess, catchphrase promo.
I hear that shit in my dreams, folks.
My guy, I'm amazed that I don't have Tourette's with that shit.
You don't?
Surprisingly not. Don't put that evil on me.
No, not at all, man.
No, I've had dreams of like we'd be literally in a stream, and I'm just like, what? And wake up and it's
I've been in like a mall, and then that's repeating on like the PA system in the mall, like, where am I? Thank you for slowing it down for me. There you go. You gotta.
Fuck, I gotta put it in subtitles.
Next week, mark my words, Adam Pearce is missing. Adam Pearce needs an assistant.
Hey, they fucked with him though. If he was Postman Pierce there a little bit on Twitter.
Touche. We're starting off living. Oh. Zelina and Liv starting off, folks. If you haven't made a prediction yet, let us know who you're taking.
Right.
This match won't be long. Probably a good solid 10.
Oh, 100%. Well, we got 15 minutes left here. So, yeah, this is your main event, folks. And I like that there's the potential of you could see this have an overrun, but they don't need to tell you it's an overrun. You don't have like the Dynamite to where it's like third down on the card is overrun and everything. Like, why the fuck do you need to announce that?
Are you peak gas? What?
Huh?
We get there. As Dom and Ray now in the ring. Dom working out his daddy. Sounds wrong.
Well, boss, I need subtitles when you get going on that. So I didn't, get away, and I don't want to stop it and win every day. There you go. And you and then flop me.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, we clicked on the same thing. 619. Dropping dimes. This man is he literally, that gear is absolutely zebra stripe gum.
Everyone's got, definitely got that bubblegum vibe to it.
Did you not have zebra stripe gum in Canada? It had it was just rainbow.
I got the premise.
Well, no, it was one of those. It's historic because it was super flavorful for like the first 5 seconds, and then after that, it became like you're chewing on paper mache.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Thoughts on Sheamus versus Bronson Reed next week on Raw? It's going to be a banger.
Absolutely, as we're back to Zelina and Liv in the ring here.
Liv Morgan, Dom for the win. Anybody taking Lowo? No.
Well, could it be because we get a weird distraction?
As 68% of the people in the chat are voting for yes, Rhea.
Oh, that was a adult spot that we had. Dom's daddy just trip up his son into faith down ass up. That's the way.
They be living dirty.
And instantly this man realized where he was at and barrel roll.
Man, Dom's having a good time. Living dirty. Yeah, I like that name. It works. I don't know if you follow the indies during the mid-2000s, but how Johnny Jeter was a name that would constantly pop up whatever happened to him. You know Johnny Jeter?
I know Derek Jeter.
I know Derek.
That's not the only Jeter I know. I don't know Jeter, Pumpkin Eater, none of that. No. Why is SmackDown going to Worcester, Mass? That place, but listen, what the massholes are like Scotsmen of they just all hate each other for some fucking reason.
Fucking hell. That's funny.
Well, Tony Hayes, please sing Petco's Pest from Tom and Jerry's cartoon. Froggy went a courtin'. He did right, Cambrone. What the fuck? I like to sing about the sun and the moon and the spring. No, this is not Total Request Live. This is not, tie a yellow ribbon. This is not karaoke.
Insert your quarters into the super chat.
100%, yeah. And you might find some shit, but yeah. I don't know that song at all.
I remember Zebra Gum. There we go. That's what we do remember.
Yeah. I'm jealous of Dom. There is very much a large portion that are all channeling their inner Dolph Ziggler right now. If it should have been me.
And listen, for people belly aching, this is so good. It's just borderline too sexual. Wait till we get to Netflix, bitches. Hold on tight. Fucking take your tissues and strap in, strap on. We're gonna push some envelopes. And it's a show for adults. The key demographic is 18 to 45.
It's a constant. It's field goal post moving just across the board on any fold, because it's one of those of we want adult content. Cool, so we get adult content. Well, we don't want to call adult content because it's from this place and everything, so it's bad. We want realism and storylines and everything. Okay, cool, we got this, but it's from there, so it's bad. It's the constant moving of goalposts just to fit the situation.
Finding a reason to be sad about everything. Like, shut the fuck up.
Just maybe wrestling's fucking good and we can just be happy about wrestling's good.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get worse if I keep going. So we're gonna move on because I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth, piss off a whole bunch of snowflakes all at once. But we're back to the action.
As we've got Ray and Dom right now in the ring. Scrap, why?
Oh, he's ripping the mask. He's ripping the mask.
Ooh. First strike gun is still around. There we go.
Pat McAfee, piece of trash.
It's first strike bubblegum. Red stripe.
You got this, Daddy Dom. Shit is raw. Stop that.
I like how he even drops Ray right then of just like, oh shit. Like, why you gotta say that right now?
That piece of trash with a mustache. That should be on a t-shirt. Piece of trash with a mustache.
Hey, well, they've already been out there. Of people have been even mad about Braun coming out there with the big SOB on his t-shirts and everything.
Hello from Peru, new subscriptor. Welcome, Kratos.
I don't know if I want to insult you because you're from Peru, so you're probably a Mayan or some shit, and you said subscriptor and your name is Kratos, so you're probably going to control a planet or be able to fucking blast me from somewhere or something here.
Whose decision is the PG rating, WWE or the network? I believe the rating is out of the hands of the production, so you can't say we are this. You can choose to be in the confines. But the rating comes from what's it called? Standards and practice, I think. But yeah, it's not them.
They don't the right to censor.
Right, from the right to censor. There you go.
Go ask Stevie Richards about that and Bull Buchanan and everything. But yeah, no, I think it's very much of the networks get away with what they know they can or what they feel comfortable getting away with and pushing and everything like that. Yeah. If there is the standards and practices, which was the play with right to censor, that's why USA Network will just censor things. Meanwhile, Fox will completely cut out the screen. That's why when we go to Netflix for Monday Night Raw,
the FCC
strap on and strap in. It's not going to is going to seem tame as a statement. I feel a little bit. It's going back to very much your
Yeah.
Raw is warrior, you know.
Zelina up to the second rope, but yeah.
Oh, the little Eddie Guerrero, you know.
Yeah.
The clam slam right there.
We'll see. We could be moments away from finding out.
Well, we got about 5.
The FCC won't let me be, or let me be.
Let me be.
I swear to God, if I see the word moves one more, I'm taking the fucking wrench and putting it up your ass.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm fucking with Boston.
Oh,
KJ Nick, who would you vote for president of the United States? Damian Priest or Gunther? Christian, that is random as shit.
well, one's
Neither.
the only one that could actually run for it. Not even it's so even questionable if he could. I like the premise that both of those might be more qualified candidates than either that we have currently. So I do embrace that idea.
Yeah.
I'd be more apt if we had a discussion between, you know, fucking Dwayne Johnson and John Cena as to who's going to be the fucking president. That might be almost worthwhile.
Jesus, what happened? As
America.
Both women down. Father and son.
Bagging in the Mysterios.
Ole! There goes Dom Dom.
I like the head scissors getting rolled through as Ole.
Ole! That's what it felt. It felt appropriate.
Yeah.
I don't trust.
Yeah, you're going to do it. Put that vote down. Yeah. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic.
Shut up, JV. You're going to hurt our stream in Austria.
Yeah, fucking Arnold's just now going to be sad watching us. They don't like Austria anymore. They don't like me anymore.
2-2-2. Cody for president. Cody in 2045 or 2046.
Homelander 2025. Right. Well, I've seen the people that are like Scott Steiner. Like, that's the thing is, what sad state of American politics are we at? And I know we're not trying to move forward. I'm going to just say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let it hang. What sad state are we at, though? That fucking wrestlers seem like more viable candidates than who we have.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's fucked, and I mean, yeah.
The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Time to run away. The end is nigh.
Whoa! We got a 312 and a 619. I'm guessing here.
Fair enough. Well, we got a straight through the uprights there on Dom Dom as we got a frog splash.
No way.
1, 2, leg breaks it up.
Shove, Nick.
What?
Yeah, listen, don't fuck with the algorithm. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, were you telling me to shut up, or did the chat tell me to shut up, or what happened there?
No.
I just made a fucking statement, and I moved on.
Nick's like, who am I fighting? It wasn't me.
Really? I don't. I'm out here looking like fucking the Mrs. Dad. I'm just throwing my hands up, but I don't know who to fight.
Who said it? Who said it?
Who's gonna get their ass whooped?
Oh, we got a chair. Sorry, it was chair, by the way. Chair and chair.
There, chair on chair action here. Oh, right in the huevos, right in the fucking bubblegums.
Dom to the top. Frog splash.
Frog splash. Hey. As Liv's just in the background smiling. It's so funny because this to me is Harley Quinn trying to make the Joker the Joker.
Oh, look, they're hugging. Oh, wait.
Oh, shit.
Now we need music.
Like I said, this is Harley Quinn trying to seduce the Joker.
This is fucking
there ain't nothing wrong.
Yes! Oh, my bro.
Oh! Run! Dom, run! Run to the hills as this is my brutality. Rhea Ripley.
Run! Yo,
literally, run.
Everything. Holy shit.
Why do you just sit there looking? Run. You got legs. You need to be fucking Speedy Gonzalez. Liv's got the right idea. Get the fuck up on out of here.
Yeah, Liv's out.
Right, but still, Dom, you can stay here and get your ass whooped, or you can stay here and get your ass whooped.
Yeah. You catching a beating one way or the other. You decide.
Right.
But if I have to chase you, it's going to be worse. Mommy's home.
Yo,
look at me.
Why do we cut to fucking the end of the show? Right at the start, right there. Like, did you get some fucking DLC Canadian footage here as I'm trying to find my hat? Because literally they sit there and they're about to hug or confront or fucking smooch or whatever the fuck. It's the same thing, just like when Liv planted fucking lips on, Dom before and everything. We had the big payoff. We're right to the build of it and cuts out.
This is perfect. So I got Dom and Rhea going back to the back and Dom pleading his case and Rhea wanting none of it. So if you did get cut off, that's what I got, was they were nose to nose. And she said, Mommy's home. He went to hug her. She stepped away and then walked off. And then the whole way up the ramp, Dom's like, Rhea, baby, my honey. No, it's not about
it's the Eddie with China there. Oh, please. Oh, I mommy, I'm so sorry. But perfect. Yeah, this man about to get dog walked. But
I had no idea why you were so upset. I'm like, why is he so mad?
I got because they got close, and then now I've got fucking like wilderness survival show. I right now have. Well, it's still saying it's Raw, but I've got people fucking backpacking in like fucking Wales or some shit.
I'm glad there was more to that sentence because it was like, which channel did you end up on? Dirty Dom is getting punished. Oh, no, he's in trouble. He's going to end up in a dog cage. But if you were just tuning in, we are rolling along. We want to know what your rating out of 10 is. Raw has gone off the air. Raw ends with the return of Rhea Ripley in a huge moment, setting up what we believe is SummerSlam. Liv runs off, and Dom is in trouble.
I literally am going to Twitter right now to see if I can find this goddamn footage because that's the thing is right, but it's the same thing. We had the same instance when Liv planted one on Dom and everything that have just because it happened to hit 11 o'clock on the dot. There's no overrun. They didn't pay for the 5-minute over.
Well, I got it.
Anything.
And I mean,
it was
30 seconds, right? Like so.
That's cool. We didn't get those 30 seconds.
Yeah, but even if it ended with them just nose to nose, like the way they did, and it went off air there, that I think that's fine. Like nothing else really happened.
I need the fucking post-credit scene. I'm out here like the Marvel fans. I need the post-credit scene. I need to know the lore.
Yeah, like all that happened was they walked up the ramp together. That was it. 8.75 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Bay. Dirty Dom is pimping. He's in a pickle, though. We knew it. 9 out of 10 Raw. Dom better have great knee pads. Yeah. And a very good song. Is or isn't ain't my baby? Is or is you ain't my baby? Got you.
Gonna be with my baby tonight? What?
Right. Fargan 10. There you go. 7.5 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think Rhea's tipping the scales, but there was some soft spots in the show. Agreed, Boston, but it's still regardless. Yeah, I don't think it's a lack of preparation. They know they're going to go off air. And again, you didn't miss anything. I got 30 seconds more than you. So, I mean.
Right, but that 30 seconds the last time was a smooch.
Right? Netflix.
Yeah, well, I saw some people that were saying that they're going to just make Netflix to where you just have to come 8 o'clock. You're watching Raw. If you're tuned into Netflix, you're watching Raw, motherfucker.
I heard that it's like, we know when the show's going to start, but you might not know when it finishes. And like, oh shit. 7 out of 10. Raw is an A, 7.4. 9 out of 10. got out of there faster than the last helicopter. Yeah, she pulled a fucking Jey Uso and bounced, yeeted out quick.
Finally, though, yeah. So I just saw literally, I saw like 4 seconds of what I probably missed of
That's it.
them. Well, but it's still, I want to know. God damn it, I feel cheated.
I want to know.
Exactly, but that's a great fucking sign, though, of you're gonna literally have people searching down the last 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds of Monday Night Raw because I didn't see fully what happened. So I need to see those last 15 seconds.
Did they kiss and hug? Did they?
And how many times are you going to get a replay on a 15-second fucking short or reel or anything?
And Dom selling it perfect the whole way up the ramp. I'm sorry, baby, but no, it's nothing, baby. She's crazy, baby. It wasn't me, baby. I slipped.
Landed on, but I caught you on the count. Oh, wasn't me. But you did it once over. Wasn't me.
9 out of 10, solid 7. Exactly. Anthony WWE had an issue with the lately, and it's annoying. You sound a little whiny on this one, Boston. A little whiny. I missed 30 seconds. Cliffhanger. And now you got to go find out what you missed.
All right.
8 out of 10. And like I said, if my network got it, that, I mean, again, it is what it is. If I got to see it and other places got to see it, that's a USA network issue. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Rhea Ripley, easy fucking Billy Madison. That was funny. I told you she's coming back today. Yes, you did, Daniel. It ended at 101 for me. Yeah, there you go. So y'all got jacked a minute.
Literally, but still, it's just, yeah, what the fuck though? Like, you have one company that will have fucking 15-minute overruns and counter like it's the full fucking hour in ratings, but you have another that the second the clock strikes midnight, the clock strikes 11 o'clock. I almost said the cock like peacock, but yeah. Like that hits 11 o'clock, that it's game over. It's over. We're done. Moving along.
10 says George. Rhea came too soon, said no man ever. But no, they need her to come back now because now you got 3 weeks to build to Liv versus Rhea, where Rhea is going to lose to Liv. I'm telling you my prediction now. Rhea will lose at SummerSlam to Liv Morgan.
I initially hated your statement with that, but now the more that you've actually kind of explained it out, it makes pretty perfect sense to me.
It's not bad.
No, it makes good sense. And it's one of those of Rhea's back. I don't think she's back right now in a physical sense of she's not going to be like, she couldn't have a match next week. But I'm glad that she's back, but you get nuclear heat if Dom actually turns on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they already hate his guts. Now everyone's pumped that mommy's back, and when he does her dirty, whew,
but you now, granted, with this being here, and you've got SummerSlam when it is, you do have to do just enough to stoke the flames, but not to burn them out.
Yeah, the next couple of weeks is going to be that back and forth. He's stuck in the middle. Mommy's giving him shit, but Liv's being sympathetic and sweet. I can't believe she talks to you like that. You're bigger than that. Yeah, maybe I am. Yeah. A lot of us, listen, a lot of dudes that can hear my voice right now ended up in that pickle before. Like, yeah, you might be right.
Stay strong.
Yeah. Good, just dumb. You are nice. Thank you. You 7.4 out of 10. That's how you do a good cliffhanger. Yeah, I think so.
I bet.
Dom's gonna need the athletic cup probably. Stream forever. Clap. No, we're close to the door.
No,
we're clicking on the last few, folks.
Absolutely.
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Ooh,
Anthony said 7 out of 10 as well. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're good. So, well, what are you giving it? I see 7s, I see 9s, I see, mommy's gonna make Dom so red. Pause. Keep your fantasies to yourself. Can't wait for that Anthony between the crowds causing blackouts and sound cuts and the show ending abruptly. Netflix is going to be a breath of fresh air. Well, it's also, I still am very interested to see the first 1 or 2 and see that if there's no buffering issues, there's no technical issues, there's no nothing like that to potentially handle that many people going live at the same time. Now I know that they've tested it out a little bit before. They were going to pretty much test it out with Tyson and Jake Paul, but
and they're doing more live.
Be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the number of people, the sheer volume might be an interesting part, but they are trying to test those live waters, and they got some other events coming up. And again, don't expect to tune in and all of a sudden they're running around like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, fuck this. Like, no. Let's not go crazy, people. But
they're not going to pop out, break it down.
For the people that are fucking crying over this raunchy Dom Liv storyline, give me a break. Like, let's be real. And again, Netflix will offer more opportunity. And I think it was glitching at the end of the show. I don't know if you got a couple glitches because the crowd was chanting, "Holy shit." That's what I think happened.
Fair enough. Well, still, again, it's not like when we watch it on Fox to where they'll literally just completely cut out the entire visual and audio.
They tested out with Love Is Blind and it was terrible. Shit.
We're not well, question. Was it successful in the fact that if they're testing out for Love Is Blind and blind people would be watching it, did it work that way? Was it successful that way, perhaps?
It might have been. But on that phenomenal note,
you were going to say fucked up. Just say fucked up.
I love a cliffhanger. There we go. We're going to leave everybody on a cliffhanger. Yeah. It did go very well for the Tom Brady. It did. And Cat Williams did a live one, and it went well. I didn't have any issues. But folks, we thank you for joining us as we approach 4 hours live tonight. We are back tomorrow and all week long for all your favorite wrestling. Like, share, subscribe. And like I always say, the best thing you could do is just share the word of the Wrestling for Life Network. We are grinding towards 6K, and we are not stopping. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't know if we gave her a number, but I'm going 8 on Raw tonight. I liked it. I thought it had some soft spots, so it was going to get a 7. Rhea gives them an extra point.
7.
Okay.
Still 7.
Still 7. Even with Rhea?
Still 7. I even though 7.25 is probably most I'd go. Okay. I'm halfway salty spittoon because you cut my shit off at the end, even though I didn't miss much, but you cut my shit off. Okay. And there was parts that were really good, and then there was parts that was really nuts. It's still not overall a terrible show. I'll go 7.
I do understand the outrage. Fair enough. Again, there was some soft spots for me too. Very average show, solid. I didn't hate it, but there was some stuff that I wasn't paying attention to. I was more chatting with you guys. But Rhea coming back, the cliffhanger that it was, and you know what? Big thumbs up on what they did with the Wyatt Sicks tonight. I really thought that was well done.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But without further ado, folks, that is our time with you tonight. Come back tomorrow. Come back for all your favorite wrestling. And anywhere that you talk wrestling, let everybody know out there.
This guys out here said, like, we're really glad that you're our friends. And this is a friendship that'll never, ever.
My AI kicking in of just, all right, fire off.
All right.
But yeah, let's, we appreciate everybody for being a part of this. Come back tomorrow. We'll talk all the fun stuff. And Nick, I'm out. Do your thing. Do it slow for Boston.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. I'm gonna just even add in. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Up to something season never sleeps. But again, our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you talking about that wrestling, you better put that for life with it. I didn't even mean to put the Hawk Tour into it, but I put the Hawk Tour into it.
Come back tomorrow, folks. Nick throwing the Hawk Tui. Until the next time, we'll see you on the flip side. Good night.